Is that the sun? Is this like an apocalyptic moment because there's no daylight?
Oh my word.
Anyway, you're looking good.
Thank you so much.
All types of good.
Well, you know why though, right?
Well, I have an idea.
Yeah.
I have an idea. But I love the print on the, print is huge for Edition and for Woolworths for this season.
Yeah.
And really all you need is a popping print and everything else you do a nude shoe and you really let the print speak for itself.
Yeah. And what I love is because, we're experiencing different weather patterns all across the country. You need to be able to adapt.
Absolutely.
So you could wear a dress like this, but how would you maybe change it up for a place like Durban, who's experiencing like a 38-degree day today?
Oh, Durban is hot.
It's hot. So you basically go out like this.
Is Durban ever cold? You just take the dress off. You just skimp into the sunlight. But probably not, because that's probably getting some trouble. Yeah. But I like, with Woolies, obviously all the pieces are super adaptable and versatile as well. You really just have to think about adding that one extra piece or taking off that extra piece as well. Yeah. Particularly for a place like Cape Town where it's supposed to get, and it's really unpredictable, the weather here as well. Yeah. Staples. You go for basics that never lose relevance.
I love that.
And never lose style as well. Nice. So something like denim, people don't think denim breathes, but it actually kind of does. Yeah. So something really light, unlined as well. You pop that on towards the evening and you're good to go. Yeah. But I love talking shape as well, Lee, and something like a shift dress like that. Okay. No matter what weather you got, girl, you literally just cinch the waist with a little pencil belt. I'm not actually going to tie it. But look how that instantly adds incredible curvage. We got curves. And this works in Durban, PE, Joburg, London, Istanbul. Are you going to Istanbul later?
No, I won't be going to Istanbul today.
Istanbul, you would look amazing.
Maybe tomorrow.
But look at that. Look at that shape, girl. You've been working out.
I have, actually.
You look good.
Thank you.
I'm going to take this off. It's also a choker, a beautiful men's choker as well.
Oh, you are too much. Okay, well, we continue to talk all things fashion. Let's find out what's happening with the rest of the show.
Well, I can tell you that we'll be in the kitchen sooner or later, and we'll be making delicious things, including these chocolate brownies that are lovely and decorated with. This is a very weird sense of decorating. You get like the berries on top with pop of red, and then you get like rustic.
Like stone.
Paper bag. No, forget the stone. I'm talking about the paper bag. It's you know, yeah.
What are you talking about? It comes like this.
Oh.
When you make it and you take it out the oven, it comes like this.
We'll be making it and showing you how to make it so that you can treat your family as well.
Look, this is fun. And then, you know, it's always a bit of a challenge, I think, to get like healthy, nutritious things into your child's belly. But how about these? Look at these.
Are those nutritious and healthy?
Kiwi lollies, bro.
Okay.
Kiwi. So you get kiwis in there. This is a kiwi. This guy. This hairy fruit.
It's not a New Zealand rugby player.
So no, exactly. So we turn them into lollies this morning, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Look at this one, even got a spot of colour.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, it looks delicious, man. So we're going to show you how to make these, so you can look forward to this in our Expresso kitchen this morning. Stick around for those recipes, and we'll tell you also how you can get your hands on them. It's going to be a fun morning, man.
Yeah.
Brownies and kiwi lollies. Dude.
Yeah. I don't know if it's good for the weather though. It was raining yesterday.
Okay, wait, I lost you now.
As in, like, the kiwis, the lollies, are they good for the weather? It was raining yesterday. Wow. It's going to be one of those mornings. Don't worry.
I should let's just focus on what we're supposed to do. Don't throw
drink more of that grind. Drink more of that coffee grind. Needing it.
Are these in my hand already?
Well, of course, we're back in our beauty room. We love our W beauty room. And it's time for us to talk a little bit of makeup tips. Now, what I love about it, by the way, if you want to know who this handsome creature is over here, this is Chadwin. He makes sure that we can hear what's happening on the show. So, Chad, you do your thing, honey. Do you want some contouring? You good? No, you want
Is he single? Is he single and looking?
I don't think.
Okay, fine.
Stop trying to break up.
I'm sorry,
I
just want attention. I want attention.
Nick?
You don't give me enough. Or you do.
What have you got there?
Listen, but we're in the WBT room, which is our haven upon havens.
We love it here.
We feel so glitz and glam. But listen, Woolies is actually having a promotion right now.
Yes.
Buy any 2 Woolworths beauty products. Now, that's not just W Beauty. That's every single brand that Woolies has under its belt, girl.
Wow.
You get 20% off if you're a W Rewards member. Yeah. You get an additional 5 if you pay with your Woolies card. I'm not a mathematician. I'm no Einstein, but I think that's 25%.
That is a lot.
That's a quarter,
that is a lot.
I think.
Yes.
But listen, 2 of my favorites, girl, times are tough, and I be aging quickly.
Oh, we can see Chow.
Wow. Okay, I see it's 6:05 a.m. She being sassy. No, but listen, anti-aging is my thing. I'm all about throwing anything on my face that'll prevent these fine lines, which I don't have any right now, but I'm thinking in the future. And Woolies has incredible anti-aging products as well. This is an anti-aging mask.
Oh, wow. Can I have a look?
How nice is it at the end of a long day when you take your makeup off? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have makeup, and you throw that anti-aging mask on, and just hydrates and soothes. It's exfoliating. One of my faves. And then I love an evening recovery facial oil.
Okay.
A lot of people don't believe in an oil-based product for the skin because they think it dries out. South Africa, that is a lie. That is a misnomer.
Wow.
But it's all about portion control. Yes. You just do a little bit. You don't want an oily face. Yes. This ain't no canola oil.
Exactly.
Time. Girl, you be cooking with the canola oil. You don't put it on your face. But you know what I mean? So, and guys, there is something for everyone. This isn't just about women's beauty products at W Beauty and at Woolworths. Guys, the guys need to get in on the action.
The guys definitely need to get in. Like Chad's getting in on my comms action over here. I wonder who Ewan's talking to because, of course, Expresso's all about music. Who is our musical guest for today?
So this morning we are hanging out with our musical guest Chloe Clark this morning. She's absolutely phenomenal. She's been making her mark in the South African music industry for the longest time, having actually played in her first band at the age of 11 or something, and also worked with some of the most influential and biggest South African musicians at that. Even people like Ronan Keating, you've been a backup vocalist for. Yeah. Chloe, thank you very much for joining us. So good to have you, man. Good morning. Say good morning to everyone.
Good morning, South Africa. How's it going?
Lekker. Yeah, well, I'm sure they are. Like, okay, so Chloe Clark, listen, wonderful to have you. Thank you very much for joining us. Maybe for people that's hearing your name for the first time, that's getting introduced to you right now, what's your vibe? What are you all about?
What am I all about? I studied jazz, actually, so I do a lot of sort of jazzy tones, a lot of swing. And yeah, so that's kind of my main vibe, and I love it.
Well, clearly, you made a very good career out of it so far as well. Listen, so what can we look forward to from you today? What are you performing? What kind of songs that we can hear?
So you should be looking forward to it, because I will be doing 2 songs from my latest jazz album, all very laid back, beautiful melodies, great lyrics, if I say so myself. And so, yeah, so that's
looking forward to put us in a good mood. We need that on a Tuesday, especially after yesterday, Monday. We need a bit of a pick-me-up. So I think that's what you're going to provide for us. Looking at 2019, it's a brand new year, lots of possibilities. I know a lot of people are feeling this January crunch, but what's your plans? Anything in the pipeline that's big, that's amazing?
Always got to have plans.
Okay, you got to have plans.
So I'm looking at doing a new album this year, maybe even 2. We'll see what happens.
Sure.
And yeah, trying to do a few more international shows and just keep the music alive, really. So.
We love that. Can't wait to hear from you. Chloe Clark, she's going to be joining us all morning. Stick around for her amazing performances a little bit later on through the show.
Oh, man. Okay. We're talking about entertainment news and what's happening right now. In terms of the local scene, very good news all around. Mr. and Mrs. Madida, of course, I'm talking about Nandi and Zakes Bantwini. They have made a beautiful announcement that they're expecting their second little one. There's another bun in the oven. Can you believe it?
I'm so excited. Yeah. When I saw them on the cover of Glamour magazine, there was a glow about her.
Yeah, there's just always something.
And I was just like, something's going on. Yeah. And to hear that, it's amazing.
Definitely it couple vibes. And of course, they welcomed their first son, Shaga, in 2016. What a strong and beautiful name. Yeah. And they appeared, as you said, on the February cover of Glamour magazine, where Zakes can be seen, of course, with Nandi holding the baby bump. And he also said, the first black man to ever be on the cover of Glamour magazine. Just,
and the first couple as well.
Get it.
That's beautiful. Such a power couple and so beautiful. And we wish them all the best for little baby that's on the way.
Yeah, may it grow beautifully. Let the baby grow beautifully. Can't wait to see some of the pictures. I don't know, have we even seen pictures of Shaka? I don't think we've seen them.
I think on social media maybe when he was a baby, but I don't think they post him too much. But I do think
good for them, hey? Yeah. I'm all about that life, eh?
I'm probably going to post my babies in the beginning because their faces change. Yeah. But also I'll just be too happy to have one eventually, so that'll be great.
Okay, all right, I see you.
All right, so talking about international news and babies, there's a rapper out there that has 6 babies by 6 different women.
Oh, wow.
And he doesn't think that this makes him slammable on social media, but apparently it does. We're talking about 35-year-old rapper Future. Now, he's calling out Russell Wilson, who's married to Sierra.
Quarterback Russell Wilson.
Quarterback,
NFL quarterback. Like, I'll run over you, like, charging.
I will go cling in that flick, Jay. He's calling him out and saying he's not a man because Russell's not telling Sierra to stop mentioning Future's name on social media. Russell, and this is what Future says, he do exactly what she tell him to do. He's not being a man in that position. I'm not telling her, he not telling her, chill out with that on the internet. Don't even talk about him. I'm your husband. You better not even bring Future's name up.
Wow.
I don't think Russell cares. And plus, I think that Sierra's actually just calling Future out on certain things that needs to be called out. And if she wants to do it, she's going to do it. So,
is the drama regarding their joint child?
They have a child. I think his name is Future Zaire.
Yeah.
They were married for like a minute.
Yeah.
Literally, a minute.
And so Sierra probably or allegedly mentioned him on social media and he's got a vibe about that.
He's got a vibe about that, but leave Russell alone. Speak to Sierra.
Russell's actually chilling, like, throwing touchdowns over like 60 yards, man. Like, chill. And you know what? He's probably a fan.
Yeah, he is.
Future's probably a fan. You know, on Super Sundays when football's on, he's out there like, yeah, Russell, touchdown. Anyway.
Future needs to chill. I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Anyway, let's reflect on something positive, shall we?
Yes,
Our
please.
quote of the day that we like to infuse into your coffee or whichever way you choose to start your day. This one, from Gandalf the Grey.
Oh, I love
If you remember
Gandalf.
the legend of
not pass.
the Lord of the Rings, Gandalf the Grey once said, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. That's all we have to do.
Whoa, do that again. Say it again.
All we have to do is decide what to do with the time given to us.
Wow.
Because it is the most valuable commodity, right?
Powerful.
Yeah, and every day you get to decide how you're going to spend every minute. Even while you're at the office, like executing your daily duties, there's still time to be conscious of what you're doing and to decide why you're doing certain things.
I love that. That hit me in the feels. That was deep.
Well, we hope that this is something that truly does inspire you as we start this brand new day.
As you
this
saw.
Tuesday.
Morning, presenters.
I thought this is Lucian, our floor executive. I thought he said, Moni presenters. Lucian's got...
This is Expresso. Are we all ready to do this?
We are ready, Lucian!
All right, y'all. Live in the Citizen Street. Let's roll it.
You're so nice,
And here we officially kick off with your Tuesday morning. Welcome to it. Starting off with your quick roundup of your news headlines, your national news. President Cyril Ramaphosa has called for zero tolerance of racism, sexism, bullying, violence and other forms of antisocial behavior at schools. And a 2018 special report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has identified Southern Africa as a climate change hotspot. The panel's purpose is to provide information to governments that will guide their climate change policies. Making international news headlines this morning, Zimbabwe's High Court has ordered the government to restore full internet to the country. The court said only President Emmerson Mnangagwa had the authority to do so. And WhatsApp will be limiting all of its members to forwarding any single message up to 5 times in an effort to tackle the spread of false information on the platform. It was announced in Jakarta, Indonesia yesterday. And finally, since July 2018, less than 40% of required water has been delivered to residents and businesses in the Free State town of Harry Smith, leaving many community members with no water at all. This was not due to a lack of water, but because of financial resources and management. Many farmers from the area then took it upon themselves to supply water in tankers to nearby communities. One of them, Petrus Klaassen van Eden, even bought and installed a pump using his own money, bringing water gain to over 80% of the community. Harry Smith's story has since gone viral on social media, with pics of the farmers working together all over the show. Ubuntu is the name of the game. I love this story. And that's where we leave your news headlines for now. We'll bring you a full roundup of those stories again at the top of the hour.
Well, here's a quick look at the sporting headlines. This morning, the Proteas will have a chance to bounce back in their ODI series against Pakistan as the two teams face off in Durban today. The game at Kingsmead gets underway at 1 p.m. In football news, there's ABSA Premiership action on the cards tonight as Mamelodi Sundowns tackle Highlands Park, while Orlando Pirates go head-to-head with Baroka FC. And finally, the Women's Australian Open draw lost its top seed yesterday as Simona Halep was beaten by Serena Williams in the round of 16. And that's a quick roundup of the morning sports headlines.
Let's get into your weather very quickly and take a look at what the temperatures are doing. Before we get there, we've also asked you to send in some of your pictures. We always love seeing what it looks like in your parts of the world. You can take those pictures, maybe a beautiful sunrise picture, and then post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. And that's exactly what Njabo Lokwazi Mbisi sent us this morning. And he sent a beautiful orange skyline from Johannesburg, where you can expect sunny conditions, and you can also expect warm conditions at that as well, reaching a maximum of 32. Thank you very much for your picture. Have yourself a beautiful day, and looking forward to receiving more of your beautiful pictures this morning so we can share that with the nation right on your Fiogo Breakfast Show. Your temperatures, though, going into your Tuesday. Polokwane starting off on 15, reaching a high of 32. Sunny conditions. Mbombela 16, 33. Pretoria 18, 34. Johannesburg starting off on a minimum of 16, reaching a high of 32 degrees. Mahikeng 21, reaching a scorcher of 36. Klerksdorp also very hot, 19, 35. Kimberley very, very hot indeed as well. 20 minimum, your maximum 38. Bloemfontein equally hot, 17, 38 degrees. Richards Bay 22 is your minimum, and your maximum 33. Pietermaritzburg starting off on 17, reaching a high of 36 degrees. Durban 22 and your maximum 29. Mthatha 15 with a maximum 33. East London 18, 26. Cradock starting off on 13 and your maximum very, very hot 38 degrees. Port Elizabeth a little bit cooler, 17 minimum with a maximum 25. George 15, 22. Sutherland 8 minimum, your maximum 29. Cape Town on 16, reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. Worcester 9 minimum, warming up to 32. Springbok 11, 32, and Uppington an absolute scorcher expected for your Tuesday, 20 minimum, reaching a maximum of 40 degrees Celsius. And that's where we leave your weather and your temperatures for now. We'll bring you another update just after 7 o'clock.
Well, stick around. The Feel Good Breakfast Show will continue after a very short break. And yesterday we were talking about the 10-year challenge and how that might be some ploy to gather data. And now the big question of the day in our Tech Digest is, do Amazon workers need to be a bit afraid of robots? Be careful with working with them? That's
I'm afraid of a robot. I don't know what. But you know what? Something that I'm not afraid of is a good game or two. And the one game that we all grew up with, Super Mario Brothers, is what Ewan is going to test drive today. However, it's the brand new version of Super Mario Brothers. All that more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Is it?
Hey, I like to sing songs of springtime, songs of love and songs of you. So many words that I am feeling, wonderful feeling when I'm with you. You fill the sunshine with new motion, you touch the whole world with your smile.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3, where the stage is yours. Well, it's Travel Tuesday, and we're going over to our social media this morning, our Facebook page, where we posted this question saying, good morning, we are dreaming about weekend getaways for hashtag Travel Tuesday. So where do you sneak off to for a quick weekend road trip in South Africa? Let's head over to the responses and see what you had to say. Sabelo kicking it off, saying, morning, guys. I wish I could have a weekend road trip planned, but I've got a lot of schoolwork. You know what, Sabelo? Keep the nose in the book, my friend. It is going to pay off. Alison says, I always wanted to go to Cape Town to meet all of you guys. Alison, come visit us. Vincent says, good morning, Expresso family. Have a happy and beautiful Tuesday. You too, Vincent. Lola says, I really want to go to Cape Town. And then Diva says, morning, fam. For a quick weekend trip for me, it's got to be Cape Town. Well, it seems like Cape Town is the place to be. If you are looking at a quick weekend getaway, where would you choose to go? It seems like the votes are in. Cape Town seems to be the place.
Well, it's time for your daily tech digest, and there's lots to take in right now. There's a little bit of rumblings, fear among the workers at Amazon, if you will, allegedly.
Dude, I can't wait to hear the story.
Of course, they're one of the biggest, if not the biggest, online store in America. And as a result of the introduction of technology, because they like experimenting with a lot of technology, they had robots installed, automated robots installed into their warehouses to kind of help the efficiency of moving stuff around. But here's the scary thing about it, is that they hired less part-time seasonal workers now during the festive season than 2 years prior, yet they broke all sales records. Yeah. So people's jobs are at risk here in a big way. A cool factor that have introduced with these robots is that they've given every worker at the warehouse a vest that sends a signal to a robot that is perhaps, let's say, doing or executing a particular function. Okay. And then when the robot receives that function or that alert, it then either slows down or reroutes its course, so as to avoid any accidents that could happen.
So, so you should not walk into that warehouse wearing just your normal t-shirt.
No, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work.
A risk, yeah.
But they say here, since introducing the technology last year, Amazon says that they've received millions of alerts, so clearly the technology is working. But is it working too well? Is it putting people's jobs at risk?
Breaking sales records and stuff over...
with less people hired.
With less people? I don't know. Anyways, I've got another interesting story for you. Something I think will make many drivers out there very happy as well, because Google Maps has introduced a very cool new feature that many drivers, like I said, will be very happy about. Yeah. The app now displays speed limits on the roads the user is traveling. And I've missed that from Google Maps. I've really missed that actual speed limit icon. And they've also introduced a small camera icon that will display where known speed traps are located. And I love that from Google Maps, man. Finally, it's here, because like I said, I use GPS and Google quite a lot, and I've been missing that particularly. But the features were first tested in San Fran, and Rio de Janeiro in 2016, but now they're finally rolling it out officially, man. We are so excited. The bad news, though. You want to know bad news?
What's the bad news?
South Africa is not yet on the list of countries to receive. Yep. So
well, look, here's an idea for you.
Hopefully soon.
I've got an idea to beat what Google is doing already.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
What?
Drive according to the speed limit.
Yeah. You see, that is very sensible advice.
If it says 80, stick to 80.
Yes.
It's slow, I know, but it's for your own safety.
Well, from tech news to gaming news, I think we all remember growing up with Mario Brothers. It was a game that we absolutely loved. But now there's Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe, and Ewan and Gareth are the first ones to test drive this incredible game.
Time for a bit of fun and games right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're back in the saddle with our gaming guy, Gareth Woods, and it's a brand new year, of course, and that means new games as well. And today, the Italian platforming plumber is bouncing back onto our screens. It's Super Mario Bros. U on Switch. Gareth, my brother, happy 2019,
Thanks
man.
a lot. It's good to be here.
So good to have you back. Okay, cool. So Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Is it the Deluxe?
Yeah.
Are you playing?
So it's a game that came out on the Wii U. Probably one of the best titles that came out on that platform. There weren't, unfortunately, too many. But they've now redone it for the Switch. And It's kind of everything you love about Mario games in the traditional kind of 2D platformer sense, but you can play up to 4 players, and it's absolute madness when you do. Obviously, it's just the 2 of us.
I can imagine, yeah.
I'm playing Toad, you're playing Luigi, and
okay, so let's see where this is going.
Sorry, having to ask questions and play at the same time.
You know what? Yeah, no, exactly.
Welcome to my world.
How do you get up there? Oh, wait, hang on.
Get a mushroom, get a mushroom.
Ah, come here, come back.
So if you hold your left button, then you sprint a bit. So
oh, I see. Okay, so the classic gameplay.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So how do you feel about this one making its way to the Switch? I mean, obviously coming from, like you said, the Wii U.
Yeah.
Good choice. Great addition. Because I mean, there's a great number of platform games on the Wii U as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Switch has been a great platform for kind of for platform games itself. And I think what has been missing is just a traditional 2D Mario platformer. We've had, obviously, Mario Odyssey came out. That was a phenomenal game, probably one of my best for when the Switch launched.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, to be able to have a 2D platformer, you need some help there.
How do you get up there?
I'm just going to eat you, that's fine.
Oh, dude, seriously? Come on, man. Cool. So what does this particular edition offer returning fans? Because I mean, we are all very much familiar with. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no stress. Look, I think for most people it's a case of going, the Wii U wasn't a very successful console, but this was one of the games that was actually pretty good on it.
Yeah.
And so for a lot of people who Nintendo fans alike might not have had a chance to actually play this title.
Yeah.
And so for them it's a chance to, you know, finally get a chance to play probably one of the best games on that platform.
Yeah. And I mean, once again, it sticks to the entire, you know, kind of fun of what Mario is all about.
Yeah. This is all just unadulterated fun. The fact that, you know, once it gets to 4 players, it just becomes a little bit chaotic. I mean, you're jumping on each other. Oh, there's a.
Well, it could be. Come on, I got it. Fantastic.
So half the time you're trying to beat the stage, but at the same time you're trying to beat your friend.
Yes, that's a quick mole, eh? Oh man. So what happens if I happen to get eaten? So where am I now? Okay,
you are in a bubble, so the game's not over for you. You've still got 2 lives left. Let's get a Yoshi egg.
Right. And I've got a Yoshi. And, okay, cool. So who's this game for? Who's it geared towards, Mario?
Obviously, it's a slightly younger audience who's going to appreciate it, but I think if you're a Mario fan, then you're not going to go wrong picking this up. It's certainly going to scratch all those itches for guys who are fans of the kind of traditional Mario 2D.
That's it. I want to say it didn't move far away from, you know, what we come to expect and love about Mario as well.
Yeah, not at all.
And I just love the addition of Yoshi, man, with his unending appetite, which is amazing, man. Cool, dude. Thank you very much for joining us.
No stress.
So Art's available now?
Yeah, available now. It's been interesting as well, because normally it's games launch up till about November and then there's nothing.
Yeah.
But it looks like already game launches are coming thick and fast. We've already got game launches coming out, some AAA titles in January. So it's going to be, looks like 2019 is going to be a huge year for games again.
Oh, I can't wait to get you back in the saddle once again, man, to explore some of those new releases. Check it out. Mario, they are here. Is that, what's it called again?
This is Mario U.
The deluxe version.
Yes.
Mario U, the deluxe version. On the Nintendo Switch, absolutely amazing. Fun gameplay, up to 4 players. I think you can have a good time with your mates and family as well. Let us know what you think about this release. You can connect with us on our social media pages, expressoshow.com. Cool.
I am loving that. Can't wait to get my hands on that game. It looks absolutely exciting. Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're going to be catching up with our performer this morning, Chloe Clark, and finding more about her. And of course, she gets to perform on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But look who's getting his glow up. His glow up is happening.
But wait, there's more. We're also going to be checking in on all the latest movie trailers for movies that you should be checking out coming out soon with JP Sebastian. So stay here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Yes, good morning, Angel. Up to the break.
You're the sunshine, feel the colors from the floor. and just to know you and that you're mine, my sweetest love, you have it all. You're the sunshine filled with the colors from the fall, and just to know you and that you're mine, my sweetest love, you have it all. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Tuesday morning and so good to have you with us, and even better to have our musician guest artist this morning that we get to know over the next couple of minutes. Chloe Clark is in the studio. Come on. Yes, neighbors, rejoice. Chloe Clark is here. It's good to have you.
Thank you. It's always a treat.
Fantastic. Listen, I was doing some hardcore Instagram stalking
You can
of
say
you
the word stalking?
right now. Yes, because I accidentally liked
It's
a
not
picture.
creepy 'cause it's a
I was just
Tuesday
scrolling
morning.
through your gram and then I accidentally tapped on a picture of 6 days ago. I'm sorry
Maybe
about
you
that.
liked it though.
But I did. But I do see that you've been on a travel adventure of sorts. You spent quite a lot of time in Japan recently.
I did, yeah.
Tell me about that. What brought that
So-
about, and what were the adventures like there?
Well, actually, I got hitched a couple months ago.
Halala!
And my husband was actually there doing training.
Yeah?
And it was a lot of training. So it was for 10 months. So I was just popping in and popping out, popping in, popping out.
All right.
And,
And
so
did you
Japan
find-
is amazing. If anyone hasn't been.
Everyone who's been there
Put it on
says
the
that it
bucket,
is,
yeah.
right? And did you find some form of inspiration while you were there? Did it influence your music at all?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yes.
Do tell.
So I released a new album in August last year for Women's Month, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, so
It's called She Encountered Wonderland.
Yes, you're
Beautiful
so
title.
good. Thank you. Yeah, so I actually wrote a couple of the songs there in a little hotel room, workshopped a bunch of them, and yeah, so there's always inspiration when you're in a new place, you're with new cultures, you're seeing new things, and it's just the most beautiful, beautiful country.
It
and the
sets
people
your mind.
are.
Yeah, right?
Arigato gozaimasu.
Oh, did you
come back bowing at everyone.
Did
for at
you
least
bring
a month.
back some of the linguistics with you? I mean, arigato
I'd love to
gozaimasu,
say
I heard
yes.
that.
I can say thank you and hello.
Okay, all
Can
right,
use
that's
Google
good enough.
Translate.
It's good manners. It's good manners. Let's also talk about your latest album that sees you transitioning. You've made a bit of transition from, if I'm right, from pop music to more jazz-styled music.
Yes.
Why that decision?
Well, it's always been slightly jazz-styled. I studied jazz at the University of KwaZulu-Natal a couple of years back, and so that it was always in me. And then the beginning of last year, I play with one of the greatest jazz pianists in Durban, Burton Naidu. He's wonderful. And he said to me, Chloe, we have to do a jazz album this year. So I said, okay, it's a big task, but I'm in.
Yeah, and what's that experience been like for you, being
Do you know
I
what?
guess, in a
It's
different stream of music?
I've absolutely loved it. Just from the songwriting point of view and the melody writing, you can just play a lot more.
Yeah.
So you'll hear it in a moment, but there's a lot more chords, a lot more lyrical, melodic. It's lovely.
Listen, soundcheck was amazing, and
thank
I,
you.
for one, am very excited to hear you perform on our Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thanks for joining us. We really
Such
do
a pleasure.
appreciate it. One
Thank
more
you.
time, Afrika Borrekioche, Chloe Clark in the studio. Come on. Woo! Yes, neighbors.
Bring toys.
I can't wait for that performance because she literally just sound checked just now. Sounding amazing, some jazz vibes on your Tuesday morning. It's going to be awesome. Right now, though, a bit of a giveaway. Beautiful Boy is the acclaimed new drama starring Steve Carell. He's brilliant. And also Timothée Chalamet, based on the bestseller of the same name by journalist David Sheff and his son Nick's breakout memoir called Tweak, Growing Up on Methamphetamines. Now, the story chronicles the heartbreaking and inspiring experiences of survival, relapse and recovery in a family coping with addiction over many years. It's a hard-hitting film. Take a quick look.
Nicholas Sheff, S-H-E-F-F.
There's no one by that name, sir.
There are moments that I look at him, this kid that I raised, who I thought I knew inside and out, and I wonder who he is. So how you doing?
I'm doing great, you know, just,
I thought we were close. I thought we were closer than most fathers and sons. Why?
I felt better than I ever had, so I just kept on doing it.
This isn't us. This is not who we are. My son is out there somewhere, and I don't know what he's doing. I don't know how to help him. You can't.
I don't feel like I have a disease. This isn't like cancer. This is my choice. I put myself here.
At a hotel for a couple of nights.
Dad. I don't want it to go like this.
I failed. I can't do it alone.
I need to find a way to fill this black hole in me. I still have a family. I want them to be proud of me. I'm sorry, Dad.
Why don't we just have lunch and talk? We can do that, right? Please. What you have, you're gonna find it again. You're gonna get it back. Do you know how much I love you? I love you more than everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Everything.
Wow, some hard-hitting stuff, and I think definitely a beautiful film. Now, the film is a progressive and stunning portrayal of the realities of addiction, and how it affects everyone in the family. And the book goes into even more detail. So if you can't wait for the movie, if you can wait for the movie, which is currently showing in cinemas across the country, and then, of course, drive right into that awe-inspiring novel, it is a must-read and a must-watch.
Absolutely. Now, Expresso will be giving away 10 copies of this amazing book to 10 lucky viewers. So all you need to do is answer the question on our competition post on Facebook. You can head there now. What is your favorite book to movie adaptation and why? That's what we want to know. Now, the competition closes on Friday, the 25th of January at 12 o'clock, and those T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. But definitely worth the watch, definitely worth the read. Make sure that you enter this competition, get yourself a copy of this book, A Beautiful Boy.
Yes, no doubt, definitely worth a watch. Go watch it and support these amazing movies and these talents that bring us these incredible stories together.
Read the book first, how about that?
Well, you could try that, yes. Read the book and then watch the movie as well so that the story comes full circle. Listen, coming up after the break, JP Sebastian is going to be in the building, or he is already in the building, and ready, packed with all the amazing trailers that you need to check out.
I'm ready to just relax and enjoy breakfast. Miss Princess, can I please have a sandwich?
Yes. And a cappuccino.
Yes.
La vie.
And then we'll also bring you your daily dose of feel-good news, a heartwarming story about how our very own little South African Bambi was rescued.
Oh, wait,
among the flames when it was hectic. So stick around for that and we'll be right back.
Try the new McAfee Low GI sandwiches. Cheese and tomato, chicken club, and cheese and tomato chicken roll. Enjoy a moment in between with McAfee.
Gentle whisper, no sweet embrace, laughter that fills my deepest heart. Oh, darling, can you say that you're the reason, the sweetest reason there is day? And in the winter, you're the sunshine, filled with the colors from the fall. Just to know you and that you're mine, my my sweetest love, you have it all. Just to know you and the charm point, my sweetest love, you have it all.
More? Sure. Just from the A, the top A.
I like to sing songs of springtime, songs of love and songs of you. So many words that I am feeling, wonderful feeling when I'm with you. You feel the sunshine with new emotion. You touch the whole world with your smile. And when you whisper your magic potion, cause these are options for a while. A gentle whisper, no sweet embrace, laughter that fills my deepest heart. Hold on again, you say that you're the reason, the sweetest reason there is day. You're the sunshine.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3 Live. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Now, if you know anything about the team here at Expresso, is that we spend so much time on the internet looking for those very interesting, funny, feel-good videos, and we find them every single day, and we bring them to you. What have we got this morning?
Well, we all know and love Jack Black. I mean, his movies are absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
He was Nacho Libre, he brought a School of Rock, many more. He's an all-round funny guy, and he plays the most amazing characters. Now, however, we get to experience his zany character in his new YouTube channel dedicated to gaming, food, and life. And best of all, his son is the director and editor of his videos.
Okay,
check it out.
Family business.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Jack Black. This is my new YouTube channel, Jablinski. It's gonna be bigger than Ninja. It's gonna be bigger than PewDiePie. So what's Jablin, Jables? It's PewDiePie!
Classic.
I love it.
Classic Jack Black. I love it.
He's such a legend, this
guy.
guy.
He really is.
Jablinski.
Jablinski.
Oh,
it's going to be bigger than PewDiePie.
Imagine having Jack Black as your dad.
Oh, man.
I don't want to imagine.
Never a dull
You'll
moment.
never have a dull moment.
But I love the fact that he's doing it with his son, and that his
Yeah.
son is kind of editing and directing it. I can only wish that
Exactly.
I can do that with my boys one day.
Teach them how to
know
edit.
what? You
One day,
never know.
You never know. You never know. Listen, another feel-good story this morning that we have for you is that of Bambi. A little Bambi. Now, of course, we know that the fires in the Overberg region, it's been absolutely devastating. A lot of people have been evacuated out of their homes. A lot of damage been caused, and we're specifically shining that spotlight on some of the animals. In particular, a beautiful little grijsbok that was saved by the brave firefighters, and he was dubbed Little Bambi, who was transferred to the Ebervet Country Animal Clinic in Somerset West, where she is now eating well and on her way to recovery. I mean, look at her poor little feet. It got burned, but she's doing really, really well. She's on her way to making a full recovery. And I mean, how cute, man.
That's a sweet, feel-good story.
Yeah, I love this, man. I love that people went out of their way, just like that young gent matriculant who saved 33 tortoises as well. from the fires in the Oeverberg region. Well done to the brave firefighters and everyone that contributed, man. What a cool story to put a smile on your dial.
Beautiful one.
Absolutely. Well, if you have any inspiring or interesting stories to show us, please do share them using that official hashtag Expresso Show.
Well, it's officially time right now to talk all things movies. JP Sebastian in the hot seat to bring us the latest, what he's been out there venturing and checking out on the silver screen. Great to see you, buddy.
Great to see you too.
Yeah, what are we talking about today? What do we have?
Today we're talking about just in the past week, like trailers that look exciting for movies that might come out in months and months and months.
Okay, so they're still largely being finalized and all those kind of things.
The hype system has just shoved these trailers out just in the past couple of days. The first one is called High Life. It doesn't have a date in South Africa just yet. And that
very appropriate in South Africa right now, though.
Well, it's legal, so. Personally, I'd prefer to stay on terra firma on Earth. This movie has to do with Robert Pattinson being blasted out of the solar system. I really like this guy. Like, after Vampire Spat, like, he's into doing more just left of field things that are completely different from anything else that he's used to. And in this, he is a convict who was on death row and volunteers to be part of an experiment. You're already like perturbed by the visuals.
No, yeah, but I'm kind of liking it. I guess it's the father-son or the
little one
relationship that I'm kind the at, and I'm trying to figure out what it's all about.
Hey, and it's got Andre Benjamin as well, speaking of, well, hey, Outcast. The story being that these inmates who used to be on death row have volunteered for a scientific experiment where they have to go find a black hole, the nearest black hole to Earth. Obviously, like, what's really beautiful about some of these sci-fi movies is you've got these visuals that, look at these colors, they're lush as all heck. The framing, the physics are all there. Everything looks like a painting kind of thing, but it's this completely dangerous world waiting to happen. So it's almost seductive. It's like you shouldn't go near the black hole. Something bad is going to go down. Anyway, so Juliette Binoche plays the scientist she's got her own designs of doing evil things, experimenting with human reproduction. There's not a lot of details out in this movie at the moment, but you can see that it looks like it's going to be a total trip. Dad trying to rescue the kid, but at the same time working against a system that's trying to change the way humans relate, and at the same time heading towards total oblivion despite having some newborn thing and an utter destruction on the other side of a black hole that's just waiting for them.
And then spaghettification, and then we love it.
I think that's a scientific term from now on.
Yes, it should be.
It is declared.
In relation to black holes. Very interesting stuff. And then, is this real? John Wick 3?
Yeah, I'm all for it. Are you not keen about the John Wick series at all?
No, he's the coolest, man.
It is. Like,
he is the coolest. I can't wait to see just how many times this guy can get shot, still keep walking through the train station, and just totally waste every villain.
And how many more, I suppose, animals he just needs taken away from him. He
needs to be president of the SPCA, really.
Well, I don't know. If you want to weaponize John Wick, just give him a dog. Someone sabotage the whole relationship and... Like, you don't need weapons of mass destruction. You don't need Thanos. Just, I don't know.
Did you see that meme of Thanos making John Wick's dog disappear? And he's like, oh no.
Because John Wick is like, he's the ultimate. And one of the reasons being is that Keanu Reeves does all of his own stunts, obviously. He does all of his own choreography, and he's one of these actors who gives a darn. And so for 3 months, will just dedicate himself to just learning a martial art, which, you know, other people are just like, hey, let my double do it. And one of the things that I learned, by the way, is I always thought, oh, this director was just a choreographer from The Matrix, Chad Stahelski, that's his background. But he was also the body double for Keanu Reeves. So if anyone knows the capability of Keanu Reeves,
it's him.
If anyone knows how good his body looks at certain angles and in certain, like, sort of fight positions and stuff, it's him. In this one, the story is obviously expanded because he's excommunicado, as those nerdy assassins say. Not that I'm going to mess with their language. And so the entire city is turned against him because he's out of the circle. He killed someone on company property, so now it's just the escape. He joins up with Halle Berry, who has 2 dogs of her own, and she looks more vicious than John Wick. So there are these beautiful scenes of just like furry killers flying across the top of the screen and like skinny killers flying across with the guns at the bottom. It's I don't get why you're going to make a movie that like is just entertaining as a roller coaster, but also looks as beautiful as this. Like, you don't need to go the extra mile, but they do on the John Wick series. I'm so keen.
It cost like $14 million or something like that to make?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of money. It's got to look good. Okay. Anyway, later on, we'll be talking more of the latest trailers, although the first 2 are already very exciting.
17th of May.
Oh.
Go hug your dog.
All right, so we're going to be taking a very quick break. It's a cool 22 in Cape Town today, so I'm turning to our fashion editor this morning, Nick Strelitz, my man. Look at him doing a bit of a twirl.
I got to do a twirl.
I don't know who's the star here, like you or me? What's going on
It's
here?
always me.
So listen,
you're not bad.
Talk me through my wardrobe choices this morning, keeping it nice, light, casual, but a bit of a a sparkle there.
Listen, this is functional in that it's chilly in Cape Town now, and the weather changes on a dime. So we have this stunning little blazer by Edition. But in terms of aesthetics, it's also really stunning in how it transforms any look from, I mean, you were wearing quite a basic cotton button-up to begin with, and you've got that formal edge.
And look at that.
But it's all in these differences, and that's why I always say Woolies is such a great destination for fashion, because they really think about the details. Look at the stunning lining here as well.
Beautiful,
I mean, you're not wearing your jacket out like this, but what you could do is roll up the cuffs, which a lot of guys don't do. Guys, don't be afraid to actually roll this up a bit. And doesn't this give it an extra little sort of flair?
Look at that. I've actually never done that before.
It just gives it that little extra something, something.
Yes,
we always want to bring the heat and the flames.
But the thing is, I can take a look at something like this and be comfortable for the entire day. It doesn't matter if I'm going into meetings or I'm just going for lunch or anything like that. I mean, it's comfortable. That's what I'm after.
And comfort is key. You want to feel good in what you wear.
Exactly.
And also the cuts. This is a skinny cut blazer. Again, guys, it's all about versatility in cuts as well. Woolies do a sort of straight, traditional cut. A skinny for the guys who want something more fitted. Because ladies, it's not all you cinching that waist. Look at this waist. Look at that waist.
And I love the fact that it's fitted. Are you talking about my waist or the jacket's waist? What do you think?
Both, Ewan. Both. You have a dainty waist.
Nick Strelitz always making sure that we are looking smart on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Thank you, my brother. Really appreciate it. Now you can just sort me out with this one. I kind of like this vibe, man. Not just the one look. Not just the one, man. We're going to be back after the break. Stick around.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover. Songs of love and songs of you. So many words that I am feeling. Nice pot plant, wonderful feeling when I'm with you. You feel the sunshine with new motion. You touch the whole world with your smile. And when you whisper your magic potion causes eruptions for a while. A gentle whisper, a sweet embrace, laughter that fills my deepest heart. Older than can you say that you're the reason, the sweetest reason there is day. You're the sunshine, filled with the colors from the fall. And just to know you, and that you're my sweetest love you ever. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
You know what happens when you hear that tune? It means that we are wishing some awesome Expresso family members a happy birthday. Well, the question that I have for you is, what does rapper Logic have in common with actress Diane Lane? Any guesses?
A birthday?
Oh my goodness!
Yes!
50 rankies for you.
You get a point.
Well, they both celebrate their birthdays on the 22nd of January. And of course, who else shares a birthday with these talented celebrations?
Well, all you VIPs watching your Feel Good Breakfast show, you celebrate your birthdays too. And we start off with wishing a happy birthday to our boy Alex, turning 8 years old today. The parents are saying that they're so proud of him and they love him so very much. This is from Mummy Chantel and Daddy Haley. Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Loving them beach vibes, loving them beach vibes. And then also a very happy belated
belated birthday to Shauna Adams, and this is from mom Naleen Adams, who says, "We love you, Shauna, and may you have a gorgeous day just like you. A popping 8 years old today. Mommy and Daddy are super proud of you."
Look at that swagger.
Yo, that is a
Look
popping,
at that swagger.
popping 8-year-old.
Well, we also want to say a very, very big happy birthday to Leah Abraham, who celebrated her 10th birthday on Sunday. Look at all these awards.
Whoa.
Look at all these awards and medals. Mom Shireen and Dad Steve are so proud of you. She's such a hard worker, as we can see, and she is a top achiever in grade 3 at Lesbia Primary School in Mitchell's Plain. So happy birthday, Aaliyah. Wow.
Yeah.
Bringing in those medals.
So there we have some cake and sparkles just for you, because you are celebrating your birthday, because you are the true celebs here this morning. Thank you very much for letting us know as well. Remember, if you would like us to be aware of your birthday, or maybe even call you on your birthday, you can send us your contact details along with the picture to birthdays@cordova.tv, and then we'll gladly have some cake on your behalf. Or Tabisa will have some cake on your behalf.
Come on, Poocha.
Well,
Shay, this poor man is trying to get his New Year's resolutions in order. But it looks lekker.
Well, let's celebrate this day even more with the super talented singer-songwriter Chloe Clark, who joins us on our Feel Good Breakfast show this morning. And here she is with a song called Springtime.
I like to sing songs of springtime, songs of love and songs of you. So many words that I am feeling, wonderful feeling when I'm with you. You feel the sunshine with new emotion, you touch the whole world with your smile. Your magic potion causes eruptions for a while. A gentle whisper, a sweet embrace, laughter that fills my deepest heart. Oh, darling, can you say that you're the reason, the sweetest reason there is day? And in the winter, you're the sunshine, filled with the colors from the floor. And just to know you and that you're mine, my sweetest love, you have it all. Filled with the colors from the floor. And just to know you and that you're mine, my sweetest love, you have it all.
Absolutely beautiful stuff there from Chloe Clark to start off our Tuesday morning. A song inspired by, if I may ask?
So I actually wrote the song on an airplane in March last year. I was flying from Singapore to Mauritius, and obviously inspired by the fella that I married. And you can check out the video on YouTube. It's actually my wedding video. I cheated. I kind of just like, you know,
that's
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
That's absolutely beautiful stuff. And if we'd like to follow more of your story and your journey in music, where can we follow you on social media?
You can find my music on all the platforms, the Spotify's, the iTunes, and then my handle is I for very intelligent, Chloe, that's C-H-L-O-E Clark, C-L-A-R-K. So you can find me there.
Absolutely loving your energy on this Tuesday morning and enjoying the music, and I hope that you are too. Do let us know on our social media platforms, of course, #Expresso Show.
At 7 o'clock, let's take a look at your news headlines. Starting off with your national news, President Cyril Ramaphosa has called for zero tolerance of racism, sexism, bullying, violence and other forms of antisocial behaviour at schools. The President was addressing the 2019 Basic Education Sector Stakeholders Lekgotla in Johannesburg yesterday. The three-day Lekgotla reflects on the journey travelled since their summit last year. The President appealed to all those involved in education to look very carefully to the fourth industrial revolution and prepare learners for what is coming in the recent future, making sure they are ready for new technologies. And a 2018 special report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has identified Southern Africa as a climate change hotspot. Some 200 researchers and experts are meeting at the Nkosi Albert Luthuli Convention Centre in Durban until Friday and will discuss the effects of climate change on natural systems, human well-being and the functioning of societies. The panel's purpose is to provide information to governments that will guide their climate change policies. Making international news this morning, Zimbabwe's High Court has ordered the government to restore full internet to the country. The court ruled that the government's shutdown of the internet was illegal because the Minister of State for Security, who ordered the internet closure, does not have the powers to issue such a directive. The court said only President Emmerson Mnangagwa has the authority to do so. Zimbabwe's government closed the internet for much of last week. Over the weekend, it was partially restored, but a blackout on social media apps like Facebook, WhatsApp and Twitter was maintained. And WhatsApp will be limiting all its members to forwarding any single message up to 5 times in an effort to tackle the spread of false information on the platform. It was announced in Jakarta, Indonesia yesterday. The Facebook-owned business has already introduced the policy in India 6 months ago, following a number of mob lynchings that were blamed on fake reports spread via the service. Until now, elsewhere, users could forward messages up to 20 times. The firm says this will help to keep WhatsApp focused on private messaging with close contacts only. And finally, tiger populations are rebounding around the world, but conservationists are rejoicing over the magnificent big cat's speedy recovery in Nepal. Nepal has just announced that there are now an estimated 235 wild tigers in the country, which nearly doubles the record low baseline of around 121 tigers in 2009. Earlier in India, the government halted the proposed removal of 500,000 trees from the tiger corridor for diamond surface mining to protect their tiger population of some 1,700. As Nepal's WWF country representative proudly stated, every tiger counts not only for Nepal, but also for the world. On that feel-good story, we leave your news headlines. We'll run you through those headlines once again in half an hour's time. Right now, though, here's a full report on your sport.
Top news in the sporting world right now. The Proteas will have a chance to bounce back in their ODI series against Pakistan as the two teams face off in Durban today. Now, Pakistan hold a 1-0 lead in the 5-day or 5-match ODI series after securing a 5-wicket victory over the home side at St. George's Park in Port Elizabeth on Saturday. Today's game at Kingsmead gets underway at 1 p.m. Moving over to football news, following their participation in the CAF Champions League football this weekend, Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates return to Premiership action tonight, with both teams eyeing 3 points. Now, at the Orlando Stadium, Pirates face off with Baroka FC, where a win for the Sea Robbers could see them move level on points with table toppers Bidvest Wits. In tonight's other match, Mamelodi Sundowns travel to Makhulong Stadium to take on Highlands Park. And finally, the Women's Australian Open draw lost its top seed yesterday as Simona Halep was beaten by Serena Williams in the round of 16. Now, with the game tied up at 1 set all, the 16th-seeded Williams used her massive serve to take hold of the match as she eventually wrapped up the 6-1, 4-6, 6-4 victory. In other results, there were also round of 16 wins for Naomi Osaka, Novak Djokovic and Kei Nishikori. And that's a roundup of the top sporting news.
Well, let's take a first look at your traffic this morning. If you are in Gauteng, in Alberton, there is a stationary vehicle on the N12 eastbound. This is after the Tom Jones Street and is currently obstructing the left lane. You are going to need to keep a lookout for that. And if you are in the Western Cape, in Bellville, on the N1 inbound, there is congestion between Durban and Sable Road. The average traveling speed there is 30 kilometers per hour, which is slow-moving traffic and delays up to 15 minutes. After the trains, the Northern Line has an extended travel time of 15 to 20 minutes on the Strand and Mildersvlei line, and this is due to infrastructure problems between Firgrove and Foray. I'll be back again with your next report at 7:30.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Let's take another look at your weather and your temperatures heading into your Tuesday. Before we do so, we've asked you to send in some of your pictures, and we received some of your pictures. Thank you very much for sending them in, especially to Johan Myberg this morning. Good morning, Johan, who sent us a spectacular orange skyline from Hartbeespoort. Love that area. It's beautiful, Johan. Thank you very much. You can expect very warm conditions actually today with plenty of sunshine, reaching a maximum of 35 degrees. Drink lots of water today, Johan. Thank you very much, and have yourself a beautiful day. And also continue sending us your pictures. You can do so by taking them, maybe a beautiful sunrise, and post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. Your temperatures, though, for your Tuesday: Polokwane is starting off on 15, reaching a high of 32. Mbombela 16.33. Pretoria 18.34. Johannesburg starting off on 16, your maximum 32. Mahikeng 21 and a 36 maximum. Klerksdorp 19.35. Kimberley very hot, 20 minimum, your maximum 38 degrees. Bloemfontein 17, and also with that maximum of 38. Richards Bay 22, reaching a maximum of 33. Pietermaritzburg, your minimum 17 this morning, reaching a maximum of 36 degrees. Durban 22.29. Mthatha 15.33. East London 18.26. Cradock 13 with a maximum of 38 degrees, also very hot in Cradock today. Port Elizabeth 17.25. George 15 minimum, your maximum 22. Sutherland starting off on a minimum of 8 this morning, warming up to a maximum of 29. Cape Town 16.22, Worcester 9.32, Springbok 11.32, and Uppington also very, very hot day expected, starting off on a minimum of 20, reaching a maximum of a scorching 40 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7 o'clock bulletin. I'll bring you another roundup in half an hour's time, just after 7:30.
Well, we're back in our W Beauty room, and still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast show, we're heading into the kitchen where we're making some delicious kiwi lollies, and the lady who's going to be making that for us is the gorgeous Amy Hopkins.
Good
Amy, how are you, darling?
Good, thanks, and you?
I'm very good. Listen, when it comes to our beauty room, we need to talk beauty, and you are a woman who is known for her signature red lip.
Yes.
Is that your beauty secret?
It is, absolutely. I love it, and I feel like it's one of those things that you can just apply easily.
Yeah.
If you're in a bit of a hurry in the morning, bit of mascara and a bright, bold lip, it's just the thing to give you that banging look. Gives me a bit of confidence. It's like a bit of war paint if you've got a hard meeting, you know? It's just amazing how it lifts kind of everything about your look and just gives that kind of pop of color.
So red is definitely your color.
A nice bright red, like this is called stiletto. So I love that kind of just really bright, bold, beautiful look that it just gives you.
Well, you know what? I might just try that tomorrow. You know, that little bold lip.
It'll totally suit you.
I absolutely love it. Well, we are going to be catching up with Amy a little bit later on in the show as soon as she has applied that bold red lip. And then, of course, it is a Health Tuesdays where we talk all things health. And Amy, we know that the skin is the largest organ of the body, so we need to take care of it. And we're also talking about acne and whether or not you suffer from that. All that and more happening on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast show.
Yes, good and ready to infuse all those feel-good vibes into your morning on this Tuesday. Thank you so much. So good to have your company. Now, it's time for us to chat all things medical, because it is a Tuesday. Now, as the largest organ our bodies have, healthy skin is very important for more than just getting the perfect selfie. Acne is a skin condition that occurs when your hair follicles become plugged with oil and dead skin cells. And so depending on its severity, acne can cause emotional distress and scar the skin. And here to help us unpack the cause and symptoms of the skin condition is trusted dermatologist, Dr. Altaf Parker. Good to have you.
Thanks, yeah.
Dr. Parker, shall we begin at the beginning before we delve into it anymore? What exactly is acne?
Okay. So acne is a long-term or chronic disease that affects, as you said, the hair follicle unit. It's a very inflammatory, and it affects the face, the chest, the shoulders, and the back. And unfortunately, it actually affects 80% of normal people. So in fact, most people will have acne in their entire lifetime, You're very, very lucky to not have acne, for example.
Very true, And I think most of us encounter it when we start getting into our teenagers.
Absolutely.
Adolescence comes in, hormone fluctuations. So let's talk about the cause then of it. You were talking about the hair follicles and the buildup of dirt and oil.
Yeah, so you've actually summarized it very well. That is essentially the cause. As you can see over there, for example, factors that occlude or close off that little pore of the hair follicle causes acne, and these are hormonal factors, excess oil, for example, inflammation around that area. And what that then causes is essentially that sort of build-up of oil and dead skin cells and bacteria, which then cause the inflammation, which you can see at the end, which then causes, of course, the scarring and the pigmentation, specifically in our population in South Africa. So it's quite a debilitating disease, as you mentioned.
When the doctor says build-up of oil, I think of like growing up where the shinier your face was, the healthier you look, because like our parents used to put petroleum jelly on, like, and then you'd shine. You're like, healthy skin. It's quite the opposite.
Not necessarily.
So a healthy glow is important. The problem is you don't want the oil underneath your skin. You want it sort of, somewhere else. Absolutely.
Can we talk about the symptoms, though?
Sure. So as you know, I mean, patients have pimples, which then causes scarring and pigmentation. It's often sort of painful, especially the cystic acne, for example. And there's many grades of acne. But I mean, yesterday, in fact, I saw a patient where there was such large cysts on their back that they were actually bleeding through their shirt. So it can go from sort of very minimal sort of comedones, little blackheads and whiteheads on the nose, for example, to sort of full-blown cystic acne, which is extremely painful in some cases.
And from what you've seen in practice, what does this do other than the physical pain that patients sometimes suffer, and emotional?
So we're in a sort of new generation of Instagram and Facebook and the selfie. So there's a huge pressure on patients, to obviously look perfect, as you know. And the pigmentation specifically and the scarring. The scarring, unfortunately, can last a lifetime. There's a lot of things we can do for scarring, though, but that's what we fear. I mean, acne is easy to treat. I mean, you could literally cure a patient in a few consultations, but the scarring really takes a long time to sort out. So we try to treat them as soon as possible and quickly to prevent scarring, essentially.
While we're chatting all things acne, of course, we know that the skin is the largest organ, and it's something that we want to take care of in this new age of social media and digital media. Everybody wants to take a good selfie. I certainly do. We're going to be talking about acne and how it can be treated after this with our guest health specialist, Dr. Parker, today.
And Amy Hopkins back in our Expresso kitchen, Expresso balcony, for that reason, to share another healthy recipe. Look, it's beautiful, man. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So we are talking about, sorting out your skin from the inside out. I feel that's the best way to do it.
Absolutely.
And you can do that with lovely kiwi lollies. Not only will you be able to beat the heat, but it'll do good for your skin as well.
No, for sure. And I mean, the reason we're looking at this is that, for example, people that struggle with acne or bad skin, it's good to avoid your saturated fats, dairy, a lot of sugar. Those tend to kind of really compound in not creating a great skin. But if you have lovely, delicious spinach over here, which you wouldn't classically think to put in a dessert, this is going to be a really healthy treat dessert. It's packed with zinc. Zinc is one of those incredible minerals that's so great for your skin.
And sorry, this is also from your recipe book, Inside the Woman's Health Kitchen.
It is, exactly.
This one, she's sharing it. We love it, all those secrets.
It's a cookbook to help you kick off your new year in a healthy way.
Stick to those resolutions.
Yes. So what we're going to do here is combine our spinach with some beautiful kiwi. I love kiwi fruit. It's fresh, but it's not overly sweet. It's a little bit tart. And the mintness just gives it that kind of beautiful freshness as well. And then we've got some apple juice to just kind of get the more liquid side of our lolly going, and to offset a little bit of that spinach kind of bitterness.
And some nice sweetness will come through from the apple juice and also the kiwi itself, right?
Definitely. The kiwi's got that combination of sweet and tart. So we're going to put in the NutriBullet. So basically, we've got a couple of chopped kiwis over here.
Yeah.
And let's just put that in.
Nice.
And what you want to do, and let's just cram our spinach in there.
Get it in there.
It will kind of all disappear, but this is so good for you.
Of course it will. The keyword is treat. SMS that to 33728. That's treat to 33728 to get your hands on the recipe. Also, check out this recipe. Get your hands on a copy of Inside the Woman's Health Kitchen. Amy really did a lot of work to put together delicious recipes. And then, start this year off on the right note. Right,
now,
so that's
if you can blend that all together for me, that would be amazing.
I will certainly do that. Grab that copy there. I want to show what it looks like.
So this is the cookbook. And the lollies that we are going to make are, I'll find them for you right now.
Okay, do that. I'm going to blend this up. Here we go. Oh, and look at that. Oh, there we go.
There we go, exactly.
How long do we keep this going for?
That should be ready as it is. Yeah, perfect. Because we're not blending any ice or anything in there, it's just about getting everything mixed lovely together. And then you can just take a basic ice lolly mold like this.
Okay.
And your sticks, which you can recycle. And how good does that smell?
Smells amazing.
Fresh and,
hey?
gosh, it smells divine. And as you can see, we've got our ready-made lollies over here. And I just love the gorgeous color. It's so fresh for summer. Beautiful. And you can present them in such a beautiful way like we've got over here. Yeah. It's great for a kid's party. It's great to introduce those kind of vegetables into, your children's diet almost when they unwillingly know that the spinach
and I mean,
is
they
in
wouldn't even know they're eating something traditionally and very healthy.
Very healthy, exactly.
Which is cool. No added sugars in there and absolutely, I think, love fat.
No saturated fats or anything. Just a really good, healthy, and it's basically delicious fruit juice with some lovely vegetables.
Always sorting us out, Amy. Thank you very much. The keyword is treat. SMS that to 33728. You can check it out on our website a little bit later on. That's expressoshow.com. And it's also inside the Woman's Health Kitchen cookbook by Amy that worked super hard all year last year to bring us this delicious, healthy recipes. Thank you, Amy.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it. Treat to 33728.
All right, we're back again with Dr. Parker, and it's Medical Chat Tuesday. Yes. And today, the topic of discussion is all about acne. Those breakouts that not only affect the largest organ in our body, the skin, but can also have disastrous consequences in terms of our emotions and how it affects how you perceive yourself. And, of course, the confidence that it goes associated with that as well. So you've spoken about the symptoms, what causes it, what it is. But let's first now, in this segment, speak about how acne is treated in practice.
Okay, all right. So the first thing is we need to grade acne, and you get sort of mild, moderate, and severe acne. And for every grade of acne, there's a different treatment. So for mild acne, sort of your blackheads and your whiteheads, your very minimal pimples, very small pimples. Often those patients would start off with a cream, and most creams would contain retinol, which most of our viewers have heard about. So retinol retinoids is the backbone of acne therapy. That obviously is applied topically, and that shows good effect. As they escalate up severity to sort of moderate acne, that you then sort of add sort of oral medication, such as starting off with antibiotics, very, very low dose antibiotics, minimal side effects, sometimes up to 3 months every day. And that's sort of there to aim to reduce the inflammation, sort of redness around the pimple. And of course, then in your most severe cases, your sort of cystic acne, your very inflammatory acne, those patients sometimes would then use things like oral retinoids, which are essentially what we know as Roaccutane, for example. So that's sort of the escalation of it. Backbone therapy is always retinol. The exception, however, is in the pregnant patient. She cannot ever use retinol during pregnancy. It's totally contraindicated. But I think the sort of summary is that when a patient has acne, from a week-to-week basis, they should see improvement dramatically, essentially.
Yeah.
And if not, then we need to sort of relook. Yeah.
We've got a caller on the line right now on 0214309881. Valencia from Cape Town. Good morning, Valencia.
Good morning, and how are you?
Very well. Thank you so much for the call. What is your comment or your question?
Thank you. My question is just, I would like to know, I've got a 14-year-old daughter, and she's got quite severe acne. We've tried, various skin creams and things that I've bought from the pharmacy, and also a diet we've tried to change, and you know, but it just doesn't seem to be working out. I don't know if it's maybe just because of our hormones or if it's, but it just seemed to be getting worse and worse. And I haven't taken her to a dermatologist as yet because I thought, you know, I'll maybe first try and see, maybe it's just something like a diet or something that needs to be changed. But I think she's got a lot of oily, you know, her skin is quite oily also, yes.
All right, so let's talk about what Valencia can do at home at the moment.
So this is a typical 14-year-old. She probably developed acne a few years ago. Started as mild and now has sort of progressed, you know, to severe acne. Her mom has tried the topical creams, which probably worked a little bit, but not enough. So depending on the severity, she probably would then start or begin to start oral therapy, which is either the low-dose antibiotic, possibly Roaccutane, possibly a hormonal, you know, treatment as well to sort of tackle that also. The issue here is that, again, I don't worry about acne. Acne can be treated quickly. That's not the problem. The problem really is the sequelae or the consequences like pigmentation and also scarring. And especially in a young patient, she's going to live with that for years. So that's always my worry. It's the complications. The acne is easy.
Yes.
You know, so,
All right. Well, we're going to continue our medical chat with Dr. Parker shortly, where we discuss acne even more. And you can give us a call on 021-430-9881 with all of your calls and questions.
Yes, that's right. That conversation with Dr. Parker continues after the break, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso. Do you have a problem with acne? I used to have a problem with acne, and I know it can be such a big player on your self-esteem. Give us a call, 021-430-9881. We want to hear from you.
Exactly. Then we're also going to be connecting with our ZBZ, Zoe Brown. She's in Joburg, yes, and she's there to bring us all the action from the Clover Crush goodness campaign as we prepare to hand over some school shoes, man. Very exciting. We've been building up to this. It is finally here. Stick around for that much more after the break.
ZBZ!
ZBZ!
Awesome!
Hold the mic. In front of camera. Alright, in shots.
I can do the... The mystery of the sound. You got this. Yeah, I know it's...
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. It's Medical Tuesdays, and we're discussing the issue of acne and, of course, all of the symptoms and all of the situations that comes with it. Our medical expert, Dr. Altaf Parker, is here. And Dr. Parker, I wanted to know from you, because I know when I'm eating badly and I get a breakout, how much worse for someone who does suffer from acne? Does a bad diet seem to escalate the symptoms that come with acne?
So it's quite a controversial question, and a lot of literature has gone into that in studies, etc. But what we found is that sort of a high glycemic or high sort of sugar, you know, carbohydrate diet sort of promotes the severity of acne. It may not cause it, but it will certainly make it severe, sort of via the insulin pathway. So patients that are insulin resistant, for example, we often see, you know, more severe acne, and really those are challenging patients. So we also do tackle diet as part of that. There was a funny study actually showing, you know, controversial that skim milk, you know, possibly could cause it as well. We don't know why. Skim milk.
But there's nothing in it.
I know, but it was a study published, you know, and that's just what was published. But I think in general, sort of a healthy diet's important. Hydration, obviously, for the clarity of skin. And then just watch your sugars, you know, because that really promotes insulin resistance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Green plates and clear liquids for 2019.
Yes.
Talk about wearing makeup. We do that every single day
it's
for our job. But people that have acne, should they stay away from doing stuff like wearing makeup?
So it depends. That's a good question. So there's two types of makeups in the acne world. There's what we call comedogenic and non-comedogenic. In other words, comedos means that you're forming acne. So some makeups will help to form acne and some will not. So when patients go to their, the therapists, etc., the beauticians, etc., and choosing makeups, ask the therapist specifically for the non-comedogenic makeup. And there are brands, which I can't mention, but they will provide that. That's very, very important. Yeah.
Dr. Parker, we've got a caller from the Eastern Cape.
Sure.
Mike is currently on the line. Good morning, Mike. What is your question or comment for Dr. Parker?
Good morning, all of you. Good morning, Dr. Parker. I've had a problem with my skin on my wrists and on my knees and calves. Its skin is getting very brittle and very dry, extremely dry. I've tried some of the cream, the aqueous creams, but it's not clearing up. On my calves, the skin looks like a tortoise shell kind of finish. But it's not sore, but in the sun it stings.
Yeah.
It doesn't itch so much.
All right. Thanks very much for that call and the question, Mike, Dr. Parker.
So that's definitely not acne, because you mentioned the arms, the calves and so on, and tortoiseshell skin. So acne, face, chest, back, shoulders. That very much sounds like eczema, chronic eczema, and again, that's something that you should see your dermatologist for. But certainly that is not acne.
If we talk about maybe some home treatments, because I mean, it sounds like he's saying in the sun it stings. Some home remedies or home treatments, before he gets to go to the dermatologist that can help with the easing.
Okay, so for chronic eczema, aqueous cream, not a great moisturizer. Maybe something thicker if he can get his hands on that. A topical cortisone usually works. Stay out of the sun because that triggers eczema as well. But of course, see a medical doctor, to confirm the diagnosis and obviously to confirm the treatment. But that's what it sounds like, over the phone.
I hear a lot of people, especially with our callers, they're saying they tried this, tried this, tried this, tried that. When is it time to see a dermatologist?
So again, like I said, I think if things don't work within 3 weeks or even 2 weeks, if you're not seeing improvement, then something's not working. So perhaps even see your general practitioner. I mean, there's about 200 of us in the country of 50 million people, so unfortunately we can't see everyone. But start out with your general practitioner, your family doctor, see what they can provide, and if that also doesn't work within a few weeks, then progress on to the dermatologist. Because like I said, acne, it's easy, it's really not difficult. The challenging part is the scarring, the types of scarring. Each little scar needs its own treatment. The problem with scarring in acne is that as you actually age, the scarring gets worse because your collagen in your skin thins, and the scars become more prominent. So that's essentially really where we come in is also acne scarring.
Sure. Where's my green smoothie at? But Dr. Parker, thank you very much for joining us on this Tuesday. And if you'd like more information, you can visit www.parkerdermatologycapetown.co.za.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. Time to quickly take another look at your news headlines this morning. In your national news, President Cyril Ramaphosa has called for zero tolerance of racism, sexism, bullying, violence and other forms of antisocial behavior at schools. And a 2018 special report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has identified Southern Africa as a climate change hotspot. The panel's purpose is to provide information to governments that will guide their climate change policies. Making international news headlines this morning, Zimbabwe's High Court has ordered the government to restore full internet to the country. The court said only President Emmerson Mnangagwa had the authority to do so. And WhatsApp will be limiting all of its members to forwarding any single message up to 5 times in an effort to tackle the spread of false information on the platform. It was announced in Jakarta, Indonesia, yesterday. And finally, since July 2018, less than 40% of required water has been delivered to residents and businesses in the Free State town of Harrismith, leaving many community members with no water at all. This was not due to a lack of water, but because of financial resources and management. Many farmers from the area then took it upon themselves to supply water in tankers to nearby communities. One of them, Petrus Klaassen van Eden, even bought and installed a pump using his own money, bringing water gain to over 80% of the community. Harry Smith's story has since gone viral on social media, with pics of the farmers working together all over the show.
Ubuntu is the name of the game. Love that story, and that's how we end off your news headlines for now. We'll run you through and expand on those stories once again at the top of the hour.
In the latest sporting headlines, the Proteas have a chance to bounce back in their ODI series against Pakistan as the two teams face off in Durban today, and that game at Kingsmead gets underway at 1 p.m. There's also ABSA Premiership action on the cards tonight as Mamelodi Sundowns tackle Highlands Park, while Orlando Pirates go head-to-head with Baroka FC. And finally, the Women's Australian Open draw lost its top seed yesterday as Simona Halep was beaten by Serena Williams in the round of 16. And that's roundup of the top sporting headlines.
Well, let's take a look at your traffic one more time. In Gauteng, Sandton, there has been an accident on the M1 southbound before Corlett Drive. Heavy delays can be expected there, so please do allow for extra travel time. And if you are in the Western Cape, in Athlone, on the N2 inbound, there is congestion before the Jakes Gerwel Drive, and delays can be expected there, so please be patient. Off to the trains now on the Central Line. The T9904 train from Chris Hani to Cape Town is delayed due to a defective set, so please allow for extra travel time. Ewan with the weather.
Thank you so much, Tabuso. Let's quickly take another look at your weather and your temperatures going into your Tuesday. Before we do so, of course, we've asked to see some of your pictures showing us what it looks like in your parts of the world, and we received a beautiful picture from Autumn Raven George. What a name, love it. Sent us an amazing sunrise picture here from Cape Town, where Autumn Raven George, you can expect partly cloudy conditions with a light breeze traveling around 17 kilometers per hour, reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. Thank you very much for taking the time and sending us that picture. Have yourself a beautiful day, and also continue sending those pictures. We'd love to see what it looks like in your parts of the world. Your temperatures going into your Tuesday for the rest of the country. Polokwane starting off on a minimum of 15 degrees, reaching a high of 32. Mbombela 16.33, Pretoria 18.34, Johannesburg 16.32, Mahikeng 21.36, Klerksdorp 19.35, Kimberley 20 and a very hot 38 degrees, Bloemfontein 17, also 38 maximum, very, very hot. Richards Bay 22, reaching a high of 33. Pietermaritzburg 17.36, Durban 22 and reaching a maximum of 29 degrees. Mthatha 15.33, East London 18.26, Cradock starting off on 13, reaching a very hot 38 degrees maximum. Port Elizabeth 17.25, George, good morning, 15 is your minimum, your maximum 22. Sutherland 8 minimum, reaching a high of 29. Cape Town 16.22, Worcester 9.32, Springbok 11.32, and Uppington starting off on 20, and your maximum a scorching 40 degrees Celsius. As a wrap of your weather for the 7:30, I've got another and a final update for you at the top of the hour.
Well, it is a very, very special morning. Good morning to my Expresso family. We're coming to you live from Thembalihle Primary School out in Soweto, and we're here to spread the goodness, of course, with the Crush Goodness campaign. Mata Pelo here, Assistant Brand Manager to Clover Crush. A big day ahead. As you can see, the students are seated behind us because there's a lot going to be taking place today. It is the second year the campaign is going, and of course, what can we expect from not only the campaign being in its second year, but today here at Thembalihle Primary School?
Okay, we are really, really excited to be here. We came with the Clover team, and we are here to just spread the goodness. So today specifically, we will be spreading goodness. We're here with the Clover team to give them more than 1,000 pair of school shoes. So yeah, they should expect school shoes and the juices. We're all set. We just here to give them school shoes.
Okay, well, they are getting their share of the 20,000 pairs of school shoes that Clover Crush is spreading across communities in South Africa. So today we are dropping off to over 1,000 students. And of course, you guys have also teamed up with such a vibrant personality, Dineo Ranaka. What was that idea? Because she's a powerhouse.
Yes. So Dineo Ranaka, she's also from Soweto. So we wanted someone who comes from the same township, and she knows how things go here. So she was a very good selection, and she's a mom, you know, also the goodness, so she knows what's good for the kids, and she was a great personality to come and visit Thembalihle Primary School.
Well, listen, you guys made an absolutely amazing choice. I'm looking forward to seeing all of the action going down a little bit later. But how's the response to the campaign been so far?
It has been a positive response. I think people are following this journey, hashtag Crush Goodness on social media, so they really are excited to know which school we're coming to, because we gave an update which school we're coming to. So I think they are looking forward to this campaign and are following us on Crush Share the Goodness on social media.
Well, listen, you guys are certainly sharing the goodness with Crush, and of course also on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But I need to know, know from you, I mean, your personal take, a pair of school shoes, what impact will that have on the kids sitting here behind us today?
So, you know, when we drove in, coming in, they were very excited because they know what we are here to bring school shoes. So I think for them who walk to school every day, they understand the importance of having a pair of school shoes. So they don't have to worry about not having a pair of school shoes, but it will bring a change and it will actually make the journey walking to school much easier. So I think it's such a big difference to them that they're going to get a brand new pair of school shoes, and it's the beginning of the year. So what other way to start the year with a good pair of school shoes?
Well, Matapelo, I'm looking forward to seeing the response to these kids once they receive their shoes. You guys are doing an incredible campaign, and I can't wait to see where this campaign will go. Of course, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be connecting with you again live from Thembalihle Primary School right here in Soweto.
Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
Okay, thank you, Zoe. Well, look, the Feel Good on this Tuesday morning continues. After the break, we're going to be talking about the importance of vitamin B for your health.
Exactly, and still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, the beautiful Amy is still here. And you know when she's here, things are going down in the kitchen, but in a healthy way. She's making delicious chocolate orange brownies. And let me tell you, just from the aromas coming from the kitchen right now, it's gonna be good.
You want to get involved.
Surreal and perfectly unplanned. Day you arrived, and boy, what a man. To see your sweet movements and hear your whispers. You drew me sweetly, and you, gorgeous mister. The flutter, the fusion, the best knowing part was found in our island and finding our star. You're enchanted and charming, and you drew me deep in. You drew me closer in my heart, you did with. Falling deeper, falling sweeter, falling greater, and you know it's true. Falling higher and falling a braver, falling so much more in love with you. The story that none can compare. My wildest dreams would stop and stare. You were the reason, you were the one. You made my heart fall right into freedom. Falling deeper, falling sweeter, falling braver, and you know it's true. Falling higher and falling wider, falling so much more. I'm falling so much more. I'm falling so much more in love with you. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. Back in the kitchen with the lovely Amy Hopkins this morning. We're sorting you out from the inside out, especially if you are trying to take care of your skin, you're battling things with acne as well. So if you're trying to avoid refined ingredients such as your glutens, your sugars, or even your dairy products, she has the perfect sweet treat recipe for you this morning from her cookbook, Inside the Women's Health Kitchen. And these are brownies with a difference.
Exactly.
We love brownies with a difference.
They're super, super dark chocolate. I think one of the important things that Dr. Parker was saying was avoiding those kind of high GI foods.
Yes.
So this is very low carb. This is low in sugar because we're using extremely good quality dark chocolate. We're using a little bit of honey, but not too much.
Yeah.
And this is just such a perfect treat because it gives you that kind of satisfaction of a delicious cakey brownie.
And
it's
cool
really good for you.
You don't see the sugars, you don't see all the flours that you would normally associate with these kind of treats.
Absolutely.
I love the fact that there's orange involved. We were just commenting now, there's nothing like a freshly
cut orange. It's so
smell,
like fresh and zesty.
And then the vanilla part, man.
Yes, absolutely.
Amazing. Okay.
And they're great because they're also high in protein because we've got our lovely eggs and almond flour, which we're using as our flour substitute. So basically, this is like a healthy brownie you can have for breakfast. They're so good.
Listen, let's do it. Let's do it.
So we've got 4 eggs over here, which we're just going to pop into our
So even though these are
stand mixer.
healthy brownies, still no special way of going about it. You know, you still, just like a normal brownie, just put everything together.
Exactly. Just put it all together. You want to set your oven to about 180 degrees, so classic baking time. And you're going to, depending on how you like your brownies, I like mine a little bit sort of soft and gooey in the middle.
Yes,
so
not dry,
No, so I bake mine for about 15 or so minutes, but you can do for about 20 minutes as well. And we're just squeezing the juice of 2 oranges into our lovely eggs over here.
Can I give you a hand? I don't know, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something.
Do you want to flex a bit of arm muscle there?
Not
just
really,
squeeze
but
a bit of...
I just want to help. I feel like you're doing everything. But there we go.
Perfect. So what we're going to do is, as you've seen over here, we've already zested some of the orange. Now, I love adding that fresh zest into the mixture as well. It really brings out that orange flavour.
That together with chocolate, it is a match made in heaven.
Such a winning combination. And what we're going to do is just whisk this up with a little bit of honey.
Okay, once again, also natural sugars. And
very natural. And again, kind of just to taste. So I don't like adding too much, but I like my sort of dark chocolate flavours. So we're just going to quickly start whisking that together. And whoa, there we go.
There we go.
And then as that whisks, we're going to add in our almond flour.
Righto. Just like that.
Just like that. And a little bit of baking powder. That's obviously just to help them rise a little.
Yep.
There we go. And then our gorgeous melted dark chocolate. Yes.
That dark chocolate. SMS the keyword bake to 33728 if you want to get your hands on this healthy, decadent brownies by Amy Hopkins. You can check it out in the cookbook as well that she put together for us Inside the Women's Health Kitchen. But if you want to get your hands on an ingredients list and a link to the recipe, SMS that keyword bake to 33728. And a fresh vanilla pot.
Oh,
if you don't have a fresh vanilla pot,
you can use a little bit of vanilla essence. I just love the fresh vanilla seeds because they just have quite a strong natural flavour. Really, really good for you. And we just pop some of those in there. There we go. And basically, just like that, our mixture is done.
All right.
So really, really quick to make as well.
Let me clean up here for a second.
And I just don't take
don't take it away. I'm not taking it away.
There we go. And I'll just take the tray. Okay. And as the mixture kind of settles, it starts to thicken because that almond flour really absorbs.
Yes.
Exactly. So let's just, there we go, scoop that out. And then you can put a little bit of coconut oil in your tin as well, just to kind of grease it. This has already been greased. So we're going to just pour that beautiful brownie mixture in.
Look how smooth that is, man.
Oh my gosh, they are delicious. I love them. And because they're quite rich and gooey, you only really sort of, need one. Gives you enough satisfaction. But when I'm feeling like treating myself,
can you pop them in the freezer if you're going to be making a big batch? Or what would you suggest if you really want to make
I would say you can definitely, well, first of all, I love them when they're fresh out the oven, so nice and warm and gooey. But you can definitely keep them in the fridge for up to a week. You can freeze them if you like. And if you want, you can even crumble them over things, kind of use them as a little bit of a
decadent, healthy topping for something.
And then I love, as you can see, we've got our ready-made brownies here, serving them with some fresh fruits. I just find the raspberries also just work so well with the gorgeous chocolate. It's that combination of tart and richness that's just perfect.
Brilliant. Amy, thank you very much. The keyword is bake. SMS that to 33728 if you want to get your hands on a ingredients list and a link to the recipe, and also get your hands on the Inside the Women's Health Kitchen cookbook by Amy. The recipe is there for you. It looks exactly, look at that. Brilliantly made. So do we get to the best part now, the tasting part?
Yes, absolutely. You can grab a brownie and go ahead and... Yes!
Okay, there we go. Do you want to share with me?
Yes, let's do that.
Because it is quite
You see, I nearly went for that big one over there.
You did. There we go. Let's try this out. That's very nice. The orange, the chocolate, the hint of vanilla.
Wow. Rich,
Yes,
beautiful,
yes.
beautiful.
All right, I think we'll leave it
Love
at that. Bake to 33728. Try it out. You will not be disappointed.
But save some for me. Thank you so much. Well, coming up next on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're taking a look at a series of segments focusing on the important role that vitamin B plays in our overall health and well-being. Zoe is sitting down with Professor Natalie Shellac to find out more.
Today we kick off a brand new topic here on Expresso. We will cover all things vitamin B and the essential benefits that vitamin B has on our overall health. Over the next 13 weeks, every Tuesday, we will cover topics such as what is vitamin B deficiency, the importance of vitamin B for our health, symptoms of vitamin B deficiency, as well as who is at risk of being vitamin B deficient. Now, did you know that vitamin B is an essential vitamin for your overall health? Well, one way to overcome vitamin B deficiency is by treating it with a vitamin B treatment. And here to discuss the benefits vitamin B holds for your health is Professor Natalie Shellac, a clinical pharmacist. Professor Shellac, welcome to Expresso.
Thank you.
And a very interesting topic we're about to tackle over the next couple of weeks. Let's start off with telling our viewers exactly what vitamin B deficiency is.
Okay, so I think we must start with what is a vitamin. So when we look at a vitamin, it's an organic compound that plays a very important role in our body. And vitamin B is a complex. It's a complex of various different vitamins. There's normally 8 vitamins that forms part of it. And these vitamins are water soluble. So a deficiency means you need to take these vitamins that are water soluble in every day, because you can become deficient. And normally when we say you are deficient of one of these vitamins, you most likely will be deficient in all 8 of them.
Now, when it comes to vitamin B for our overall health, what's the benefit?
So vitamin B is, as I've stated earlier, a complex, but it's important we talk about them in 3 different groups. We look at especially how important they are for your nervous system, how important they are in your blood-forming products, and then the last one is how important they are as metabolic co-contributors or coenzymes. And as you can see, these are all very closely related. Your energy levels, where they are very important, especially when we think about vitamin B1, which is thiamine, vitamin B6, which is pyridoxine, and vitamin B12, which is cobalamin. All of them play a part in either part of your metabolism, your overall immune or nervous system, or in part of forming blood products, especially red blood cells.
Oh, amazing. So you've just broken it down. We have the vitamin B1, B6, B12, and they're all very essential for our overall health.
Yes.
How do we obtain enough vitamin B in our daily diet?
Okay, so as I've mentioned earlier, they're water soluble, so it's important that you have an overall healthy diet. So the majority of people should have a healthy diet, especially if you think about the food pyramid. But these vitamins are especially important in meat, animals, fish, poultry, if you think about lentils, legumes. So just eating a more or less healthy diet. However, having said that, it's also important to think about what your recommended daily allowance is. So you may think that you are eating a healthy diet, but you may not eat enough of what you need. Then the other aspect is, even though you are eating a healthy diet, you may have an underlying disease that predisposes you to a deficiency, or you might be taking a medicine, a chronic medicine or an acute medicine, that with your diet that you think is sufficient may predispose you to a deficiency.
Well, Professor Shellac, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Very interesting, and I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks of how we will be able to unpack all of it when it comes to talking about vitamin B. And join us next week when we discuss symptoms of a vitamin B deficiency and how your body sends you messages. But are you listening?
Okay, we're going to take a quick break right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So around this time of the year, what we've noticed is everyone is on this huge cleansing diet.
Preach, child.
Preaching up a storm, right? And we are doing exactly that in the kitchen. We're making that lactose-free salad dressing. That's good for your figure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Something else that's good for just your soul in general is music. And we've got Chloe Clark here, and she's going to make sure that she takes us out of the show in pure musical style.
Preach it.
Hello.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
Okay, well, listen, it is a very, very special morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I'm joining the Clash Clover team here out in Thembelihle Primary School in Soweto because they are sharing the goodness, and of course that is Share the Goodness with Clover Crush. Today we are giving away their share of 20,000 pairs of school shoes, and one of the schools that we nominated is in fact Thembelihle Primary School. I'm here with Mrs. Luvuno, the school principal, and today your school students are receiving school shoes. What impact will that have on their lives?
By our learners receiving school shoes, they are going to have self-esteem. They are going to have self-confidence. They are going to learn more. They are going to know that the school is very important. They will see that there are people who are taking care of them. They will feel honored. They will know that the goodness, maybe they can also share the goodness one day.
And that's exactly the whole idea with this campaign, one, helping each other out. And Clover has been doing such a great job by sharing the goodness. Now, Mrs. Luvono, I want to know from you, how excited are the students knowing that Daneo Ranaka and the Clover Crush team will be here today and to make it really, really special, and given that it is a school morning?
Yes. Our learners are very excited. We cannot even handle them. They are happy, they are jumpy, they are just screaming. They don't even know what is happening really. They don't know whether they are in heaven or in earth. They are very happy.
Well, listen, we are very happy that you guys are going to be enjoying and be really, really treated to a special morning. Now, how this campaign worked is people from the community had to nominate a school they thought was worthy of deserving a brand new school shoes. How do you feel knowing that your community voted for your school to be one of the recipients of those school shoes?
I felt honored and grateful that really our school has been recognized finally because we are working very hard and we are humble and we love children. And only the goodness and the kindness that makes us to be here today.
Well, ma'am, I think you guys are in for a treat, and really, really, you deserve everything that's coming your way. We also have a couple of students here today, and we want to know from them, how are they going to feel knowing that they are receiving school shoes? So come on over. We're going to meet the young man over here. Hello, young man. What's your name? Okay. You know what's happening today, don't you?
I do.
How excited are you knowing that you're going to be getting a brand new pair of school shoes?
I was so excited for the schools, for the children who are going to get brand new school shoes. All the kids who don't have brand new school shoes, they're gonna get to there, and thank you.
Oh, well, listen, I think it's absolutely incredible what's happening. Now, I need to ask you, young lady, what's your name? Okay, tell me, how are you sharing the goodness at home with mom and dad or here at school with your teachers?
I share the goodness at home by helping my sister to write their homework, and I share the goodness at school by washing dishes with my mom.
Oh, listen, good little helpers here. And young man, your name?
Xavier Machirika.
Here we go. And tell me, how are you helping to share the goodness at home with mom and dad?
I share the goodness at home with my mom by helping him washing dishes, and at school I help my teachers by breaking books and even do other things.
Oh, well, listen, as you can see, this is what this campaign is all about, sharing the goodness, and Clover Crush is certainly doing that with their Goodness Crush campaign. Listen, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll be coming to you live from Thembelihle Primary School in Soweto to bring you more of the action.
Oh, what a beautiful way to start the morning. Thanks so much, Zoe. We'll be crossing back to you very soon. Right now, though, live in our Feel Good studio, Chloe Clark about to perform a song called Falling.
Surreal and perfectly unplanned. The day you arrived, and boy, what a man. To see your sweet movements and hear your whispers. You drew me sweetly, and you, gorgeous mister. The cloud of the fusion, the best knowing part was finding our island and finding our start. You're enchanted and charming, and you drew me deep in. You drew me closer in my heart, you did win. Falling deeper, falling is sweeter. Falling braver, and you know it's true. Falling higher and falling braver. Falling so much more in love with you. The story that none can compare. My wildest dreams would stop and stare. You were the reason, you were the one. You made my heart fall right into freedom. Falling deeper and falling is sweeter. Falling braver, and you know it's true. Falling higher and falling wider. Falling so much more. Falling so much more. Falling so much more in love with you. so much more, falling so much more. I am falling so much more in love with you. Thank you.
Beautiful stuff from Chloe Clark there. Wonderful music. Great way to start the day, man.
Happy
Falling.
Tuesday.
Excellent. So listen, what's coming up for you in 2019? What are the big plans? You've already had great collaborations. You've worked with Ronan Keating, with Con Morby, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what's on the cards now? I'm smelling something big.
On the cards. So I'm hoping to possibly try and fit in 2 albums this year.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to do another jazz one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to do a bit of a sort of fusion collabs, more sort of London grammar, you know, just some nice harmonies, some cool, like, just a bit of a vibe.
That kind of vibe.
Yeah. So hoping to record actually in Sri Lanka a little bit later this year with a friend of mine. So we'll see what happens.
Excellent.
Watch
all right.
this
Wishing
space.
you all
Watch
of the
this
best.
space.
And we certainly will be following her
love
on
it.
social media at Chloe Clark, and that's Chloe
Hey,
with
he
a
remembered.
C-H. I for intelligent.
Very
let us know what you thought about that.
H.
Chloe with an H. Let us know what you thought about that performance on our social media platforms. Of course, hashtag Expresso Show.
Thank you so much, Kat. Let's quickly take a last look at your news headlines for your Tuesday morning. Starting off with your national news, President Cyril Ramaphosa has called for zero tolerance of racism, sexism, bullying, violence and other forms of antisocial behavior at schools. The president was addressing the 2019 basic education sector stakeholders, Lekotla, in Johannesburg yesterday. The 3-day Lekotla reflects on the journey travelled since their summit last year. The president appealed to all those involved in education to look very carefully to the 4th Industrial Revolution and prepare learners for what is coming in the recent future, making sure they are ready for new technologies. And a 2018 special report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has identified Southern Africa as a climate change hotspot. Some 200 researchers and experts are meeting at the Nkosi Albert Luthuli Convention Centre in Durban until Friday and will discuss the effects of climate change on natural systems, human well-being and the functioning of societies. The panel's purpose is to provide information to governments that will guide their climate change policies. Making international news this morning, Zimbabwe's High Court has ordered the government to restore full internet to the country. The court ruled that the government's shutdown of the internet was illegal because the Minister of State for Security, who ordered the internet closure, does not have powers to issue such a directive. The court said only President Emmerson Mnangagwa has the authority to do so. Zimbabwe's government closed the internet for much of last week. Over the weekend, it was partially restored, but a blackout on social media apps like Facebook, WhatsApp and Twitter was maintained. And WhatsApp will be limiting all of its members to forwarding any single message up to 5 times in an effort to tackle the spread of false information on the platform. It was announced in Jakarta, Indonesia yesterday. The Facebook-owned business has already introduced the policy in India 6 months ago, following a number of mob lynchings that were blamed on fake reports spread via the service. Until now, users elsewhere could forward messages up to 20 times. The firm says this will help to keep WhatsApp focused on private messaging with close contacts only. And finally, tiger populations are rebounding around the world, but conservationists are rejoicing over the magnificent big cat's speedy recovery in Nepal. Nepal has just announced that there are now an estimated 235 wild tigers in the country, which nearly doubles the record low baseline of around 121 tigers in 2009. Earlier in India, the government halted the proposed removal of 500,000 trees from the tiger corridor for diamond surface mining to protect their tiger population of some 1,700. As Nepal's WWF country representative proudly stated, every tiger counts not only for Nepal, but also for the world. And with that feel-good story, we wrap your news headlines for your Tuesday morning.
And here's a last look at the top sporting news this morning. The Proteas will have one more chance to bounce back in their ODI series against Pakistan as the two teams face off in Durban today. Now, Pakistan hold a 1-0 lead in the 5-match ODI series again after securing a 5-wicket victory against the home side at St. George's Park in Port Elizabeth on Saturday. Today's game at Kingsmead gets underway at 1 p.m. Looking at football news following their participation in CAF football this weekend, Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates return to Premiership action tonight, with both teams eyeing 3 points. At the Orlando Stadium, Pirates face with Baroka FC, where a win for the Sea Robbers could see them move level on points with table toppers Best Fits. In tonight's other match, Mamelodi Sundowns travelled to Makulong Stadium to take on Highlands Park. And finally, the women's draw of the Australian Open lost their top seed yesterday as Simona Halep was beaten by Serena Williams in the round of 16. With the game tied up at 1-set-all, the 16th-seeded Williams used her massive serve to take hold of the match as she eventually wrapped up the 6-1, 4-6, 6-4 victory. In other results, there were round of 16 wins for Naomi Osaka, Novak Djokovic and Kei Nishikori. And that's a roundup of the sporting headlines.
Well, let's have a last look at your traffic update for the morning. In Gauteng, 4 ways. There is an overturned truck on the N1 northbound after the William Nicol Drive exit. Traffic is backed up from the Beyers Nordia Drive exit, affecting the William Nicol Drive, leaving 4 ways. Please find an alternative route this morning. And if you are in the Western Cape, in Guguletu, on the N2 inbound, there is congestion between Airport Approach Road and Rhodes Drive. The average traveling speed there is 20 kilometers per hour, which means slow-moving traffic and delays up to 20 minutes. And after the trains on the southern line, there is an extended travel time of 20 to 30 minutes due to sets out of service and faulty level crossing at Kenilworth Station. That's a final look at your traffic for the morning.
Right, let's take a last look at your weather and your temperatures heading into your Tuesday, and a quick thank you to each and every one of you that took the time to send us a beautiful picture this morning. So a big thank you to Njabula Kwazi Msibi for your orange skyline from Johannesburg, as well as Johan Meiberg for your spectacular sunrise skyline as well from your Hartbeespoort. And lastly, Autumn Raven George for your amazing sunrise picture here from Cape Town. Loved seeing those pictures. Thank you very much. Have yourselves a beautiful day, and we'll continue sharing more pictures, excuse me, with the nation right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Please take them and you can post them to our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. Your temperatures for your Tuesday: Polokwane 15 minimum, reaching a high of 32. Mbombela 16:33. Pretoria 18:34. Johannesburg 16:32. Mahikeng starting off on 21, your maximum 36. Klerksdorp 19:35. Kimberley 20 and a very hot 38 degrees. Bloemfontein, good morning. Your minimum 17 this morning, reaching a very hot 38 degrees as well. Richards Bay 22:33. Pietermaritzburg 17:36. Durban 22, reaching a high of 29. Mthatha 15, your maximum 33. East London 18:26. Cradock 13, reaching a maximum of 38 degrees. Port Elizabeth 17:25. George 15:22. Sutherland on 8 minimum, reaching a high of 29. Cape Town 16:22, Worcester 9:32, Springbok 11:32, and Uppington starting off on a 20 minimum, reaching a high of 40 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for your Tuesday morning.
Well, a quick look at our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. We're dreaming of weekend getaways because it is #Travel Tuesday, and we want to know, where do you sneak off to for a quick weekend road trip in South Africa whenever you get the opportunity to do so? Let's have a look here. Mval says, morning fam. Love you, Leanne. Leanne, you love, did you hear that? Okay, cool. Sabella says, morning guys. I wish I had a weekend road trip planned up, but I have a lot of schoolwork this upcoming weekend. Have a day full of fun. Well, I hope that you do find the time sometime during 2019 to have those weekend getaways. Howard says, I want a road trip to Durban. Yes. Wonder where you're driving from. Siamtanda says, I wish for a quick road trip to Port Elizabeth, hopefully to visit some friends and family there. Alison here says, morning Expresso family. I always wanted to go to Cape Town to meet all of you guys. Love you all very much. Let's see if we can find some more comments over here. I really want to go to Cape Town, Cape Town, Cape Town, Cape Town. And then finally, Cirello here says, morning guys. I want to pull up and go to Durban. Yeah, it is one of the most beautiful places to visit all around the country. But do keep chatting to us on social media. We're available. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter, on Instagram. And as always, just hit us up with a #Expresso Show.
Yes, that's right. Stay in touch with us, #Expresso Show. Listen, we're going to take a quick break. After the break, JP Sebastian, the man, he's in the building. He's got the best, the worst movie trailers for you to check out right now.
Some of the weirdest as well.
Some of them really weird, as you do, as you do. A nice variety there. But also, we're taking it to the kitchen one more time. And this time around, we're making a lactose-free, okay, salad dressing for all those watching their weight and their figure. Just really trying to do
for
better.
all those times I desperately need that kind of thing. Oh, shame, there are very specific needs out there.
Exactly. What do you need right now from Princess?
I think you can tell I need some coffee. And I need another grown-up to...
Katja, wake up!
Thank you
That's
very
coming
much.
up after the break.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Well, the Clover Crush Goodness campaign, it is off in full swing. We're coming to you live from Thembelihle Primary School here in Soweto. What the kids at the back don't realize is that we have South African businesswoman, TV and radio personality, Dineo Ranaka, right here next to us, behind them, as well as Clover Crush brand manager, marketing manager, Miantha. She is with us here now. Dineo, I need to ask you, why did you decide that you wanted to join the Clover Crush Goodness campaign?
I tell you, I saw what they were doing last year. I think this is the second year you're doing it, right? I saw how they executed it last year and the brand messaging behind it and the humility and, you know, the compassion behind their campaign. And I made a decision based on all of that, you know what, I've got 2 children myself. And I think if my children were less fortunate, what sort of life would they be living? They're rather fortunate right now. So for me, it's very important to partner with brands that think for the children, that want to be there to help provide for the children and help underprivileged parts of South Africa to kind of like feel good, you know, about being alive, about being a human being, and about being young.
And it's also very inspirational at the same time. And you've traded the heels for school shoes, and to be specific, 20,000 pairs of Smart Step school shoes. How important is school shoes for kids?
It sounds like something so simple, just a school shoe, but the dignity it restores, the confidence it gives, you know, I mean, how do you live without a pair of shoes? How do you continue at school without a pair of shoes? It's very important. It's a small thing, but it's a huge, huge thing, right? I believe so, yeah.
Definitely. And Mianthe, this is the second year you guys are doing this campaign. Last year, you guys delivered 10,000 school shoes, pairs of school shoes. This year, you're stepping it up. You're delivering 20,000 pairs of Smart Step school shoes. How's the response to the campaign been so far?
I think, Zoe, the response has been absolutely phenomenal. South Africa has actually voted for the schools that we're coming to this year, so that has been really great. And the communities have really been behind us on this campaign as well, choosing the schools that they want us to go to.
Well, of course, there is a serious need for it. Now, Dineo, the kids don't know that you are here, hence we are standing behind them. All of the action will be taking place there at the back. What can the kids expect today?
I'm so excited. What they can expect is just the purest form of me I can possibly present. Like, I'm looking forward to engaging them. I'm looking forward to inspiring them. They can expect a lot of inspiration, a lot of excitement. They can expect a lot of my natural energy, a little bit of crazy, you know, contained. They can expect a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to having fun with them. I feel like I feel like my kids should be here. I feel like my kids should be here for all of this as well. So it's going to be fun.
Oh, listen, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I wanted to know from you, how important is it at a time and age? I mean, Clover Crush, their goodness campaign is all about spreading that goodness, helping each other out with their campaign. How important is that to do that now in South Africa and to teach these young children to also share the goodness?
You know, there's a philosophy that you shape a tree best when it's still small and growing, right? So to instill these sorts of values of helping hands, each one teach one, each one help one, in the children's DNA while they're still so young, so important, because you're teaching them that sharing is caring. So share the goodness, be a good person, and good will come back to you twofold. I think it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a nation to raise a community of children. And when we pull together, we are only literally investing in a greater future for ourselves, because they're going to be raised to know that, listen, just do good. The best you can do as a human being, forget all the riches, forget everything else, just do good and see how goodness spreads so fast.
Well, listen, I can now understand why Clover Crush has teamed up with Dineo. Listen, all the best of luck for today. Miantha, what words of advice would you love for these kids to walk away with after today?
I think Dineo has said it really well, but I think from us, from a Crush point of view, we're all about your daily dose of goodness. And today we want to share the goodness with everyone in South Africa, and especially Thembelihle Primary School.
Well, there you have it. Ladies, I'm not going to keep you from the action any longer. Of course, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show, because you do not want to miss out on any of the goodness that's being spread with Clover Crush. So stay tuned. We'll have more for you shortly.
Clover No Lac. Lactose-free milk that lets you enjoy dairy again. Made with love by Clover.
Ah, man, feel good vibes all around, and so good to be sharing them with you as we continue to do so in the kitchen in a delicious sense.
Yes, so we love salads. It's all about healthy eatings. It's all about New Year's resolutions. It's about getting your best body ever for 2019. And we're going to help you out, especially if you are sensitive to lactose or fail to, or having difficulty to break down lactose. We're making a lactose-free salad dressing that you can put on, because we know salad dressings normally are filled with all different kinds of ingredients and things. So this is homemade, it is healthy, and you can know that by using Clover No Lac. It's pre-treated with the enzyme called lactase. It helps break down lactose in the body, so it'll really help you out in the long run for that. So shall we put it together, my friend?
We shall indeed. Let us shall.
We shall. Okay, so we have this thing.
That thing.
It is a jug.
Into which we add what?
Spinach. No, wait, this is basil.
I was about to say, like, spinach is a bit bigger
spinach. Come on.
Spinach would be offended.
Looks like baby
Very
spinach.
much basil-like.
Yes, absolutely.
Excuse me,
if you can
that
get
was
it
a
in there.
shocking shot.
Parsley is the other one.
Uh-huh.
And then we have a lime, which is very, very hard.
Yeah, so you need 2 of those in order to get enough juice to kickstart the flavor enzymes.
Absolutely. There's a little bit of a pip there.
You de-pit it. De-pip it.
The one it had, yes.
Okay. I want to help you, because you've got a little bit of a slow range of motion right now.
Yeah, this thing is tough, man.
Garlic.
Is that good or bad?
It's good, it's good. It's like garlic for me is like the smell of cooking in the kitchen.
Every time I'm going to use garlic now, it's like,
All right, what else you got there?
Some avo.
That looks like a lovely buttery avo.
Bro, this is a good avo.
Yeah? Where did you find it? Yeah, Limpopo.
There's one of possibly, but one of those Instagram-worthy ones. Look at that.
It's so buttery. Look at that. Did they spray something on it?
Yeah, just
what is it?
It's just water. It's just water, just to make it look shiny.
I was like, that's the most delicious-looking avo I've ever seen in my life.
But wait for it. There
wow,
we go.
Look, scoop it out. Don't waste it. Gosh. Okay. Lemon zest.
Okay, lemon zest goes in there.
We zested those lemons before. Squeezing them. And then a bit of salt and pepper.
Yeah, Go for it. Just go for it. Okay.
And then what happens now?
And then, my friend,
the secret ingredient.
That's it. Some Clover No Lac. We just need about a 1/4 cup.
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't want it too thin.
I know you've got a great measuring hand there. You know what a 1/4 cup feels like.
Just like that.
Lovely.
Right, dude.
And then you're gonna blitz it up.
We are gonna blitz it up.
I love cleaning up while you're doing the cooking
So you
thing,
just
so that afterwards
judge
just
the. Okay, are you ready? Shall we?
I am. Do it. Come on.
No, because there we go.
There we go. There we go. You're good. You're good. Don't worry.
So we just check it out. So if you want it thinner, what I'm going to do is we're just measuring it right now.
Yeah. So
you
you
make
can
it a little bit thinner.
In the
Just add
meantime,
a little bit more clover nut.
In the meantime, SMS the keyword Clover to 33728,
That's
and
it.
we shall send you a link
Good.
to the recipe as well as the list of the ingredients so that you can make your own lactose-free
That's it.
salad dressing. If you're looking, like you said earlier on, if you're a bit sensitive to lactose. There we go.
Nice.
That seems like the right kind of consistency.
Yes.
Lift it up.
Yes.
All right. While we're doing that, how about you take a quick look at how we made this?
There is nothing we love more on a warm summer night than a delicious cool salad. But finding lactose-free dressings can be challenging. So why not try this easy and delicious Clover no-lac lactose-free salad dressing? For this recipe, you'll need a 1/4 cup of Clover no-lac lactose-free milk, 80 ml of Olive Pride, a blend of seed oils and extra virgin olive oil, an avocado, zest and juice of 1 lemon, 1 clove crushed garlic, a 1/2 cup of flat leaf parsley, a 1/2 cup of basil, and a pinch of salt. Add the avocado to a blender. With the garlic, salt, basil, flat leaf parsley, lemon zest, lemon juice, and Clover no-lac milk. Blend until smooth. Then add a touch of Pride and mix together. Dress your favorite salad and enjoy.
Made with love by Clover.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
Alrighty, let's get that in there nice and slow.
And that way you can now enjoy dairy again, especially if you are lactose intolerant. Of course, Clover no-lac, which is our secret ingredient, also has calcium and vitamin D. So all kinds of deliciousness and great for your, oh man. That
And
looks,
it's homemade, man.
That's what I love
It's
about it.
homemade. So
Yeah.
2 guys and a carrot, do you want to grab one and then...
Can I grab a piece of corn?
Okay, fine. You go with the corn, I'll go with the carrot.
May I? Just get in.
Look, it's not, we're using that as a dip, but in fact it is a salad dressing.
Yeah.
You see now? You see now? That basil.
Get in. Get
It's the
in.
best carrot.
Oh, I can't double dip.
Don't double dip. Yeah, I don't know. Clover, 2333728 to get your hands on this lactose-free salad dressing, and I've got a good crunch going on there. That's amazing. Oh, well, the sound is crazy.
Clover no-lac, lactose-free milk that lets you enjoy dairy again. Made with love by Clover.
Why is it that we always find out about these really good-for-you recipes after the damage is done? I wish someone had told me just before December about this lactose-free recipe. Listen, we're going to take a break. After the break, Claire Phillips, she's going to be performing right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But we've also got movies, the latest Spider-Man trailer. JP's got more on that. Oh, Nick is busy twitching.
I saw you from the studio and I ran in.
What's wrong?
Because this is just killing me. Can I just do a little something?
Okay.
Guys, these stunning Woolworths Chelsea boots, you're doing them no justice, mister.
Okay.
We need to cuff
Teach
them
me.
up.
Teach me.
Guys, it's as easy as 1 or 2 rolls up on the foot, and then look at the sock with instant personality.
All right.
Now you're a superstar, just like me, in 2 seconds. Woolies chino, an open sock with color and pattern, and a Woolies Chelsea boot. That's all you need.
I love it. Thank you.
And a little
taken.
spritz. Can I spritz you?
No, maybe that's just for you. Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's start off with kit. Okay, give me the whole kit, man. You can just play everything. Huh? I'm gonna give you a drum kit now. Let's just do a quick drum kit. Start a note tune. We have a key or something. Just play for me a little bit. Nice.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this Tuesday morning. So good to have your company. Hope you've been enjoying the start to a brand new day. JP Sebastian again back on the hot seat to talk about the latest trailers that he's discovered out there that might excite you if you're a movie goer or an enthusiast of some sort.
Who cares about this guy though? I think the two of us were just really psyched about the music that we heard coming up. So get on with the music, Expresso. No. Anyway.
Listen, the man who killed Hitler and then the Bigfoot.
Say it twice for me with a straight face, as if you're reading the news to South Africa.
And then this morning, the man who killed Hitler and then the Bigfoot. I can't do it twice, it's too much.
Not in fact a comedy, no.
No?
Not in fact like a Sharknado type thing at all. And the name is just like, it sounds like it should be completely absurd.
Yeah,
it sounds like it should be just be like, I have too much money and I'm gonna go watch a dumb movie. But it actually looks really well made, as you will see from the trailer in a moment. So the story is about the man who killed Hitler and then the Bigfoot. It's like not even like, the title's not trying to be poetic or metaphorical. It's literally Sam Elliott plays this soldier now who's dealing with, in his old age, this heroic act that he once undertook, which was to kill Hitler. So he saved the world once.
Okay.
Second time he decides to save the world, or is called upon to save the world, is to kill the Bigfoot who is threatening mankind.
As in Sasquatch?
I don't know what's the PC term. I want to be woke about this. So yes, Sasquatch. And the Sasquatch, the Bigfoot, is threatening to... I think he's got a disease that could contaminate the rest of society. And so... Anyway, I know you're trying to be on board, Kat's like, I'm halfway there with you, but I still feel like I'm tripping on something legal.
All right.
But the story of the man who killed Hitler and the Bigfoot, it seems like, and then the Bigfoot. It seems like it's going to be like a story about myth making. So Sam Elliott, as a lot of people know already, the last thing he was in A Star Is Born, and he's already like this large American hero in people's memories. He's been in cowboy movies, and then you got the mythical story about like, everyone was talking about on Twitter recently, like going back in the time machine and killing Hitler. The Bigfoot's his own myth. So the movie, in a way, could end up being like a reflexive, a self-aware story about how myths spin out of control and how legends are made and how they have to, I don't know, what is there some human story at the core? I don't know, maybe it will make sense when it comes out.
Good luck finishing your popcorn before the movie starts. I don't know.
I think get medicated before.
Okay. Spider-Man from, or Far From Home.
Spider-Man Far From Home was another trailer that came out this week. This one, does it come out in South Africa in July? You probably got the date in front of you. I can't remember now.
I will tell you, July 5th. July 5th.
Yes. So Spider-Man Far From Home. First problem is, I believe by now we've all seen Infinity War. So Spider-Man is dead. Sorry for the spoiler, I'm sure by now we've all seen it. So how does this play out? The story being that Peter Parker decides to go along with his friends, that's Zendaya as well, who's incredible in this too, and he's Psychic Man, he is his last name, I can't remember his first name, on a European vacation. So it's just like a teenage road trip type movie. He's going to leave the Spider-Man uniform behind back home, but then naturally he has to run into trouble. He meets, as you saw there, Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury, who has his own plans for Spider-Man, and he's like, you can't run away from your job.
Yeah, I'm going to chase you around the world on holiday and make mischief.
Yeah, and I mean, why doesn't he have his own people to sort this out? So he troubles a teenager at like an important stage in his life. He runs into Jake Gyllenhaal playing Mysterio. Jake Gyllenhaal's made his way into the superhero movies now, as everyone else must eventually. I know Kat and JP are going to find their way into it too. And Mysterio is like this powerful dude who's able to create illusions, probably similar in a way to Doctor Strange, but he's a special effects guy or something.
Yeah.
So it looks like he might be working with Spider-Man according to the trailer. People don't know, but that he might also be sabotaging and faking these bad guys for Spider-Man to fight and like tricking the world or whatever. So he's destroying Europe. But the major question remains: is this is clearly not after the events of Infinity War?
Yeah,
Why is
yeah.
everyone like, oh, that's invalidated now? Who cares that half the planet died? Everyone's like peachy and happy.
Yeah, it's like Thanos is not a thing anymore.
But how do you make this sort of like hit home? Like, hey, are you watching a memorial? I'm sure it'll be fun either way. Like. Sorry, this is a really morbid way to
So
put it.
from the man who killed Hitler and then the Bigfoot to Spider-Man Far From Home.
And JP's like almost making Spider-Man out to be more absurd, but I think we spoke about it earlier.
I think you managed to do that. But anyway, thanks a lot, buddy. Great to have you here.
Thanks, Gav. Thank you, South Africa.
Man, you gotta love JP, always plugging us in on all the best of the best we need to check out. But listen to this one. Bryan Cranston and Kevin Hart, they star in this delightful new comedy drama. It's called The Upside. It's based on a true story which chronicles the unexpected friendship between Philip Lacasse, which is, who is a Park Avenue billionaire, left paralyzed after a paragliding accident. Then an ex-con, Del Scott, is involved there as well. He's in need of a fresh start. Then Del becomes Philip's home aide, and despite a rocky start, the two quickly realize that they really can learn a lot from each other's experiences. They form an unlikely bond.
Tell me about a time when you worked hard to solve a problem.
This morning, getting up.
We're gonna find you someone you like.
Let me be your arms and your legs.
I love that. All right.
Penthouse.
You need to wait your turn.
Relax, it's not a holdup. Just sign this from the police. How would I sign it? I don't know. Slowly. What, don't your arms work? They don't. You can move your mouth. As can you.
What?
Del made a mess.
So I surrender. This is the moment I surrender. Even now, let it in.
Just relax. I am relaxed. This is me being relaxed.
Oh man, it really looks like a true feel-good movie,
Yeah.
man. The Upside. Now, Expresso is giving away tickets to a VIP's pre-screening of the film for a couple of lucky viewers in Johannesburg and Cape Town. Now, the film will be screened at Hyde Park in Johannesburg and Canal Walk in Cape Town, and that's on Thursday, the 31st of January at 8 p.m. So all you need to do to enter is SMS the keyword movie followed by your name, surname, and city to 33728.
That's right. That's Thursday, the 31st of Jan 2019 at 8 p.m. at Hyde Park in Johannesburg and Canal Walk in Cape Town. What you need to do is SMS that keyword movie followed by your name, your surname, and your city to 33728. All SMSs cost R1.50 and free SMSs do not apply.
Exactly. Keep note, though, that the competition closes on this coming Friday, the 25th of January at 12 o'clock, and T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
Well, stick around to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. There's still so much more to come your way. Did you know South Africa is one of the most Instagrammable countries in the world? We'll tell you why, as well as take a look at some warm weather getaways this summer season and live music from Claire Phillips. Man, it's going to be so good. So nice. So good.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All right, welcome back once again to your Feel Good Breakfast show on this Tuesday morning. So good to have you with us. Now, I think we as South Africans generally accept the norm that we have and live in one of the most beautiful countries in the world. It's ranked among some of the top destinations. We see it every single day. But very recently, South Africa was named one of the top Instagrammable nations in the world, one of the top 192. This according to Big 7 Travel that did this, and the list only confirmed what we know, that the country is just beautiful from head to toe.
Ah, man. Absolutely.
Put that on your timeline.
It's true. But I think also everyone knows that if you're going to be traveling, no one really knows about the beauty of where you're traveling to unless you've taken a picture and put it up on social media, right?
On the gram.
So it makes perfect sense that, yeah, absolutely, the gram. So that the best countries to visit would be determined by the most hashtagable destinations on Instagram. So the winning countries were chosen using a comprehensive scoring system, analyzing the number of hashtags per destination, as well as surveys and a panel of travel experts, okay?
Yeah, so we were 5th, I think, ranked in the world after receiving a whopping 80.94%.
Correct.
Coming in at 5th, just behind Indonesia and Canada, Hong Kong, and Australia.
Correct.
Now, the high score we received was due in part to Cape Town's amazing scenery with the diving board rock on Table Mountain being one of the most popular Instagram posts out there right now. That's the one over there.
That's beautiful.
Oh my goodness. I'm ashamed of myself. I've lived in Cape Town now for nearly 10 years.
And
I don't have a picture there. What?
Yeah. You haven't been to Cape Town until you've taken a picture like this, or you've taken a picture in Bokup. Because Bokup is also another one. So if your Instagram doesn't feature a picture like this, you lied about where you went for holidays. You were at home, chilling, locking yourself.
How about the Kruger National Park, which is also one of among some of the favorite tourist destinations all over the world. You can see wildlife like you've never experienced before. Put that on your timeline. No filters required, just hashtag Siyabong.
Well, while we're on that, how about the Drakensberg Mountain?
Oh, even put that as your hashtag.
Well, get the spelling from him.
I'll tweet it. Also, our inland attractions are quite astounding. They contributed to the country's high score with the colourful Orlando Towers, in Soweto, ranking very high on Instagram hashtags as well. Look at that. And they keep changing.
All the time.
Like every once in a while, they get repainted.
Yeah. Keeps it fresh.
Yeah, yeah. What you got there? What else you got there?
Is it Blyde River?
The Blyde River. Yeah,
Blyde River.
Oh my goodness.
This is absolutely breathtaking.
Grand Canyon for who? We have the Blyde Canyon Refill.
We do.
Grand Blyde. Blyde Refill. Blyde if you want to be fancy with it. That is just gorgeous stuff. And those are just a few of the destinations that we've found for you that you can go around when you're visiting South Africa, taking your photos and putting them on the gram. There's absolutely so much more. Thank you, South Africa, man. You're beautiful.
Yeah.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Man, after those pictures, I can say I am proudly South African. Just looking at those sites just makes you want to get in the car and go explore our beautiful country. I don't think enough people actually do that and explore our own backyards. But it is Tuesday, and that means that it is time to check in with our friends at Travel Start. And we're almost a month into the brand new year. And while everyone is officially back at work and school, some of you might be taking this opportunity to get some traveling in. Why not? So we've got Kayakazi Sompuku from Travel Start here with us to tell us all about those warm weather getaways this summer. Kaya, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
How did it feel? I mean, just looking at those pictures and realize that we are one of the most Instagrammable countries in the world.
Very much so.
Hey, it's amazing, man. I love it. So I mentioned this. I think that people should explore more of South Africa.
Especially Cape Town.
Especially Cape Town has got a lot to offer. What are some of your top picks for the hottest warm weather destinations this year, would you say?
Definitely for South Africans, it has to be Mauritius, Thailand, Brazil, and yeah, I'd say those are the top 3 for me.
Yeah, Mauritius, Thailand, those ones. It's definitely
even Bali's coming up like slowly but surely. But
absolutely, and it's also nice and easy on the rand going that side of the world as well.
Especially with exchange rate.
And look at that, also stunning pictures. Beautiful, that's Thailand as well. I was fortunate to be there a couple of times, and it opens your mind completely. Okay, cool. And then what about some must-see destinations for travelers looking to you know, you head off the beaten track a little bit. You know, do the non-conventional touristy things.
I'll say Sri Lanka and the Philippines. They're coming up to be very interesting for a lot of South Africans.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and I mean, if you take a look at this, the Philippines, breathtaking as well. Turquoise waters, and here we have Sri Lanka as well. Look at those beaches.
I know, I know.
Oh, man, giving us all the travel feels this morning. But we always say local is lacking. This is really where I want to focus. What are your top 3, I think, warm weather destinations within South Africa that people can look at?
Best beaches, I'll say Cape Town, Durban, and the Wild Coast. Jeffreys Bay for the surfers, and the friendly city of Port Elizabeth.
The friendly city of Port Elizabeth, and there we have it. Also a spectacular city at that as well. Beautiful, beautiful. What are some of your tips? If people are looking now at taking a bit of a, you know, maybe an extended holiday, or maybe now looking at taking a bit of a break since December, your top summer getaway tips?
As I keep in mind that the summer in South Africa is totally different to the summer in other countries. Always do your research in regards to temperatures, food, keep hydrated, and especially if you're traveling to Africa, make sure you have a good mosquito repellent, please.
Absolutely. The last thing you want to, you know, have is being bugged by mosquitoes. It's the worst thing. But yeah, sunscreen definitely, and stay hydrated.
Yes, that's always the best option.
Kana, thank you very much. On a last note, how can Travel Start to help us get to these amazing destinations? I mean, there's so much out there.
Travel Start has a group of travel consultants that are groomed and trained to assist in regards to these packages. So you can reach us via email or just give us a call and we'll be able to assist you in regards to that.
Exactly, and I do know that you guys operate very well on that nifty little app of yours.
Yes, we do, Flap.
Hey, that's the one, exactly, and really trying to get us to our destinations. Travel more this year, make that a New Year's resolution, exactly. And also exploring our very own backyard. There is so much to take in. We can be proud as South Africa. We're such a beautiful country. Just another way that you can enjoy hassle-free travel and budget-friendly travel at that with Travel Start.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
It's Travel Mayhem back to back, all right? So last week we had everyone at home guessing the name of the city voted as the best value destination of the year 2019. So we're keeping in with that theme of best cities, but this time around we're trying to see if you can guess the city, which is the capital city of the country voted as the best country to visit in 2019.
Yeah, so what we're looking for, like you said, and you can see pictures now, the commercial capital of the largest city of this island country. The city is also home to the Buddhist temple called Gangaramaya, which consists of several buildings, including apparently the relics of Buddha's hair. You can see images like that. Oh my goodness, wow. Wow. Just pick my jaw off the floor.
Okay, now close to Gangaramaya temple, you'll find the Beira Lake. While the lake is green due to pollution, houses a small island containing the Simamalaka Shrine. Simamalaka Shrine.
What shrine?
Simamalaka.
Yeah, the city also houses one of the oldest Hindu temples known locally as Captain's Garden Coville. If you're looking at just beautiful images all around.
Oh man, it's just
colorful.
Yeah,
lovely.
It feels unreal.
Yeah,
it feels unreal.
yeah.
It's like you've stepped into that Coldplay and Beyonce music video.
What? Yeah.
Sing from
Also, a visit to this city should include a trip to the Independence Memorial Hall, which was built in order to showcase the country's independence from British rule in 1948. And that is what it looks like, including that very famed shrine that Tabiso was talking about. What is it called again, Tabiso?
I mean, do you want me to say that
I would love to hear you say it again.
He likes the sound of it when I say it. It's Simamalaka.
Absolutely. Let us know where is our mystery destination this morning. Head on over to our Facebook page. We're playing Where in the World. But right now, I'm really excited to take on a little bit of a musical journey. When I asked her just before the previous ad break, Claire Phillips, about how she comes up with such a fine melody in her tunes. She says music is about feeling it. And if you don't feel it, then what's the point? Well, let's feel it. Here's a song from Claire Phillips called No Regrets.
so much love for me? Why did you up and leave, baby? Unfortunately, this love was not meant to be. Now is it possible for me to love again? Ooh, I have no regrets when it comes to you. Even after all the that you put me through, and I know I've tried to love you with all I have inside. Yeah, baby. Hey, listen. You glide by, you make it look so easy. Force an introspection of who I'm really meant to be. Your thoughts are beautiful, no chemical imbalance. You know that being an African woman is a science. What I mean to say is, I think you're wonderful. You haven't noticed I hang on each syllable I said I utter as you speak. Information starts to flow from my lips to your cerebral calico. I paint pretty pictures of places long gone. I listen attentively to each lesson. Yo, I'm a strong black girl, can't wait forever. Ha, it's not like you don't know me, it's not a never. Ooh, baby. Let me tell you, let's go back to the verse, boys. Yeah. Hey. You say that you've got so much love for me. Why did you up and leave? Ooh, unfortunately, this love was not meant to be. How is it possible for me to love again? I have no regrets when it comes to you. Even after all the that you put me through, and I know I'm trying to love you, but all I have inside. I know you're at home and you're watching. Put your hands up and snap with me. Come on. Feel alive in almost every way. You're the reason why I sing and I play, you change my world. You made it much better, babe. Cat, do you remember last year when I was here? I wrote the song 3 days ago and then I performed it here.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Classrooms, welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. The Clover Crush team, they are certainly spreading the goodness. As you can see, these students are getting their brand new school shoes, and it's all thanks to Clover Crush and, of course, the community who have voted for Thembelihle Primary School to receive their shoes. So I still have a few boxes in my hands. Who doesn't have their shoes yet? Put up your hands. There we go. Okay, I need to ask the class, how are you feeling about your new shoes? Happy. You happy? Oh, I need to hear more from you. Are you guys happy? Yes. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's see your shoes. Let's see your shoes. Of course, this is all part of the 20,000 pairs of shoes that's being handed out across communities in South Africa. Clover Crush certainly spreading the goodness and making sure that the kids of South Africa are having, as the new year starts, they have brand new school shoes to kick off that brand new year. Miantha, I need to ask you, I'm going to rope you in over here. Seeing the smiles on these kids' faces, is this what the campaign is all about?
I think this brings the campaign so well together. Crush is all about sharing goodness. It's your daily dose of goodness, and we're so proud to be here today.
Well, we are certainly proud to be able to share in the goodness, and I hope you guys enjoy your school shoes. Do you guys want to wave goodbye to Expresso in the camera? There we go. Well, we're going to leave the kids as they enjoy their brand new school shoes and, of course, continue to share the goodness with Clover Crush.
Beautiful stuff there. What a great way to start the morning. And we have certainly been enjoying the music of Claire Phillips. Man, if you missed the previous performance, you're lucky because there's one more to come. But quickly, let us know what's been happening in your world right now. Where are you moving towards in 2019? What's the big plan?
2019, I'm definitely moving towards a third album.
Yes.
I'm hoping to take another summer home for that.
Yes.
Touring definitely on the plan. So watch my social media to know where I'm at and what I'm doing.
Yeah, you talk about music being a feeling. What's inspiring you right now when you're putting your pen to paper?
Oh, my love, my life, my fiance, my everything.
Yeah. Shout out to Bay making it happen right there.
Shout out to Bay.
Gig times, gig dates. When are you gigging next?
Check my social media.
It's all there.
It's all there.
You know
Easy as pie.
No further questions,
no
Your
further
Honor.
Questions, Arts.
Let's step
do
up.
this.
Let's do this. The stage is all yours. One, I love you. Hey, Bay.
Hey, Bay. New Claire Phillips. Hey. Available on all digital platforms. Go now, download it now, yeah? Hey, check this out. We call this a soul snap for those of you that don't know. Now you know. Feel alive in almost every way. You're the reason why I sing and I play. You changed my world. You made it much better, babe. A little taller when I walk in the streets. I hold my head up high, so proud to be me. You're my dream come true. Only one thing for me to do. I wanna love you, baby. Hey, till time runs out of time. And you're down my love will shine. I'll say this one thing to you. There's nothing in this life that I wouldn't do. You changed my world. You made it much brighter, babe. A little taller when I walk in the streets. I hold my head up high, so proud to be me. And my dream come true. Only one thing for me to do. I wanna love you, baby. Yeah, till time runs out of time. The jog of time, my love will shine bright through. I'll always take care of you. time my love will shine right through, and I'll take care of you. Yeah, yeah. If you don't know, now you know, baby.
Oh man, that is so hot. That is so good. So good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Good luck for
having me.
2019. Check out the music is available online on the iTunes, on the Google Plays, everywhere. Okay.
Everywhere.
Just get it legally, please. Claire Phillips. Of course, we got to just say goodbye. But before we do that, here's our daily positive message from our friends at Neurobian.
Alrighty then, and so your Tuesday almost is about to end. Not just yet, we still have a minute or two left. But before we wrap up the show, I think here's a positive message brought to you by Neurobian. We want to like impart a positive message, and so you can go about your day in a positive way. And it starts off by literally saying, be positive. Now, when we are positive, we become more motivated, engaged, energetic, resilient, and productive. So that's all the benefits that you can get just from being positive. And remember, being positive is also a choice.
Yes, it comes from within. You make that choice.
You get up in the morning and you decide, today, I'm going to be positive. And then you be positive. And you kind of gear your mind and your thinking habits around that. Be positive, Katlego.
Be positive. Are you feeling positive this morning?
I am more than positive right now.
Yeah.
What is more than positive?
I'm in an altered state of mind. Like Claire Phillips, like when I asked her, before the ad break, about, oh, how do you come up, because that melody she was doing in one of her previous songs was just beautiful for me. So I asked her, like, how do you come up with something like that?
Yeah.
And she says, you don't think about it. You just, you feel it. Music is a feeling. And as she performs, as she and the band are playing, you get the feeling, man. You can't not feel it. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Like, it's just, that's why I'm in an altered state of mind right now. That's the best way to have started a Tuesday. I'm going to be walking up in these streets like, 7 a.m.
Yeah. Feeling like you're floating. Just like,
and don't you come up to me and tell me I'm being weird, okay? Because 7 a.m.
Wait, I want to just try it out quickly. You're being weird. Stop.
Yeah.
7. I don't care. It's a beautiful feeling.
Guys, thank you very much. It's been a fantastic Tuesday. The week is now officially underway, man, and we're going to be doing it all again tomorrow.
And it doesn't end, because tomorrow Miss South Africa is in the building. Can you cope?
That's going to be great. Cannot wait for it.
Yeah, it's going to be really awesome. I love her.
And then Nick's going to be bringing us fashion as per normal. I'm sure everyone is preparing for the big horse race coming up soon, so you'll be looking for some ideas. Nick Strelitz will be there to hook you up with some great. Oh my goodness! Did we just I don't understand. Okay, I just heard like the greatest news from our producers. Is this? Are you guys? Wait, are you guys serious? Are you serious?
Even I will go Shabana.
Okay, guys, check it out. James Morrison is going to be. We're going to check out the interview with him. That's going to be absolutely amazing. Because of course he's performing in Joburg and in Cape Town. We had an exclusive interview with him, and he's gonna give us something that makes us get alright. This could be. I know he's watching. James, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the country.
Really awesome.
We gotta go.
Okay,
we gotta go.
Wow.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.